somebody new, yeah. And if you thought it was kicks, you go out and kill now. You live your life looking for a pill, and you're sick and it's wrong, and maybe it won't be long till they're reading your will, until they're reading your will. Well, every night you're kissing another's lips, and every night you gotta chase another thrill, yeah, yeah, yeah. Find something new to blow your mind, but now you can't sit still, you gotta do something all of the time now. And well, you got no guts, and you got no will, and all you want is another thrill. 'Cause you're sick and it's wrong, and maybe it won't be long till they're reading your will, yeah. Until they're reading your will now. Until they're reading your will. Until they're reading your will now, now, now.
You can rape the world and be creative now. You can kiss the right side of your brain. They can tell the tarot for the rest of us, and I can crown me Tarzan, King of Mars. All the blazing suns soak up all the gods and punks. It's enough to change your life, and you know I love to come. I can see it in your eyes. I gonna call you on the lame, dope, smoking, slacking little sucker you are. Who's gonna get you from behind? Who's gonna ring your little bell? Who's gonna con you into buying a television? Fake a revolution they sell. When are you gonna blow the game? When are you gonna blow the screen? When are you gonna tell them that the clock doesn't watch and you found a way to make your own dreams? The clock doesn't watch and you found a way to make yourself scream.
Welcome to Power Trip 21. I am the most intelligent man in the community, Mr. Consistent. All my accolades could fill in an hour. I am Devious Dave Rose. Thank you for joining us here today. And as always, we're going to start off the show by showing our gratitude and appreciation for all those who have chosen to spend their time with us here today. We've got on our list here, it's the Costanza. We've got Burr 2393. We've got Derailed News and Podcast. Great show yesterday, Drew. Very funny. It's Bullseye and many, many hate watchers out there. Hi, Shid. Hi. As well as others. Oh, Nikki J, the Weed God. So, why are we here? Well, it's been some time. But Power Trip is always about incensing the emotional, i.e. triggering skunt. And that's why we're here. Ergo, that's what we're going to do. Now, in the last 24 hours, it would seem to be that old little Scunty made about 19 videos. One of those videos is about 43 minutes long, so people can shit on me, 6 hours, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's cool. But, like C-Man, C-They, C-Kid, whatever his term he's going by, obviously doesn't remember the 24-hour streams of Scunty, how people were paying him to continue with his drunken shenanigans. But, 6 hours for me, that's egregious. That's a crime. Oh, no. But old Scunty in 24 hours showed his manic self and his obsessive self. Now, he obviously is directing that constantly to other people, but he's the one who's truly obsessed, and he made quite the number of videos. Even after I reviewed his stuff and then went off air, because I believe it was Drew that was going on live Sunday night. I think that was my last Drama Diner. And, I didn't want to go over him. That or I honestly can't remember. It's happened multiple times. It's perfectly fine. I don't give a shit. It's like, yeah, I'll do it when I do it. And, hey, you're the gift that keeps on giving, just like herpes. There, you fucking piece of shit. Scunty. Oh, there's so many things that we could be addressing, and I'm saving a little tidbit for you for later on, so stay tuned. Let's start off at the fact that he made a video earlier today, and he's just made so many that I've lost track of which one it was. I'm sure I'll find it. But he said something along the lines like, you didn't... and it just goes to show how obsessive he is, which is what he's always saying that other people are. But, you didn't cover Danny MT. Like, look, was it episode 89 of the Drama Diner? He was in the menu. Yep, didn't get to it because I think it was then... Okay, look, on both days I ended relatively quickly because either... And I think it both was the case. I think it was Ken went live one day, and then Drew went live the other day. It's like, I'm not going to go live over them. I actually want to tune in and watch. So, I'll just stop the show. It's not like there's the... Well, yes, granted, Scott continuously does delete his videos because he's a coward. But then there's these times where he allows his videos to stay up. And, there's time to review stuff at other points. So... I don't need to go over other people. And in fact, you know what? After a certain amount of time, because my streams can get quite long, you know what? I just want to just say, okay, fine. I covered enough, and I want to go listen to Derailed and Casey embarrass himself for fucking, Ken if Mello's not on. But, yeah, I mean, it's just goddamn pathetic, Scunty. Goddamn pathetic. Oh, shout out to Ricky in the chat. I hope things are going well there at Sunnyvale. He says, Real Madrid winning and Dave Rose power trip. Well, hopefully it's a 2-4. You got, two enjoyable things going on. And, I'm not a personal fan of Real Madrid, but I don't hate them. I mean, they're not English, so, I'm good. Or they're not German either, so. Italian, Spanish, I'm down. But once you start to bring in fucking the Germans or the fucking English or the Belgians, then I've got a problem with that. But that's right, Costanza, he's done. Speaking of which, earlier today, Wire apparently went live. I don't know exactly how long the stream was, but I believe it was fairly long because I woke up, saw that it was going on, went to go do my things, errands, chores, etc. And came back. It was still live, doing my other things, looking for work. Then go back to my subscription list, and it's like, oh, okay, there's the video. Click on it. Video's down. So he must have said something that probably would have incensed, Scunty. But then again, considering that he's been on this tear when it comes to making videos, it's obviously quite evident. So apparently, let's see here. Where can we start? There's so many places that we can start. We also saw the other day where I reviewed that he was hating on Fesla for some fucking reason. But, this reminds me. Okay, so going back to what I was saying, is that he said in a video, which I've got to find, that I didn't cover the Danny thing, okay? And I just had said before I went on a massive tangent that I did include it in the menu, wasn't covered. That was 89. Episode 90 of the Drama Diner, the first thing I did is like, fuck. That was something I wanted to cover. Didn't cover it because I passed it off to Drew or Ken, whoever it was. But it's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to end the show now. It's perfectly fine. Still got this information out there. Still got the fucking timestamps. It's all good. I can easily cover it later. So the next time, the first thing I did, and I didn't even fucking list it in the menu, the first thing I did was, okay, this is something that I said I was going to talk about, didn't talk about, and I want to talk about it. Here we go. Let's get it out of the way. Boom, boom, boom. Done. So, Scunty, you might be obsessive, but you're kind of slacking there in that department because you're not watching the videos as concisely as you should be, because I literally went through that in the first few minutes of episode 90 of the Drama Diner. So, yeah, you're fucking retarded. All right, so shout out to the 19 viewers, many of them being hate watchers, because, that's why you're here. You might as well just be honest in the chat if you haven't been banned already. But, I mean, I can see you guys are watching the analytics and so forth. So, but, yeah, keep being pussies. So, speaking of pussies, Scunty, made all these videos and stuff. Apparently, there's this one here. Let me set this up so that you guys can see some of this. Skibbity-bop-da-da. Ooh. Whatever happened to predictability? Is this going to show? No, it's not. Let's try that again. OBS, you are so incorrigible. All right, so is that the one? Yes. So, is that the one? Yeah. So that's he's changed his name again. So now it's Broken Soul Emoji Man. Yeah, and you've got a very good picture actually representing yourself. Very good. Very good. So look at all this stuff. Okay, so he's been making videos for quite some time. Look at this. A day ago, So basically from here onwards, that's 19 videos. This onward. Denty, the Lost Man Boy. I'm going to have to assume that that might be referring to its Bullseye, because for some reason he thinks that Bullseye has a dent in his head, but I don't know where that comes from. I mean, he does kind of mention it in one of his videos where, I saw the video that he and his girlfriend or friend, I don't even know who it is right now, released, and I made a very, very insulting joke, but also very, very intelligent. Saying that you could probably, and it's been reused multiple times, let's just be honest. I am, after all, a trailblazer. But, that you could literally shine a fucking movie projector onto her screen and create a drive-in. Because that's how big her forehead is. Crass, yes. Factually incorrect, that's debatable. But, devious, abso-fucking-lutely. And I won't apologize for that. I won't repent, nothing like that at all. Okay. Now, he's also made a fair bit of videos on Ken. I don't know why. Again, Ken hasn't even talked about this guy. But Ken just lives a happy life. And that's what bothers him. He doesn't like me. He says I hate him. I don't hate anybody. Okay, it's a waste of energy. There's karmic repercussions. I've already explained this, like, literally, I say over 100 times, at least. To stay accurate, I'm not going to say, about 45 million times. No, I'm going to say at least over 100. And you're still not getting it. Do I despise you? Absolutely. But there's no karmic repercussions from there. Do I know that it's just that you die? Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to wish for it. I'm not going to think about it, because I know the universe will take care of itself and God will, strike you down. Because you are an antichrist. And that's another thing, is that you always do this, Scunty, you always do this. First of all, there's so many terms that you don't know, and there's terms that you don't even use. As soon as somebody, like myself, the most intelligent man in the community, starts to utilize words, you start to copy them. You start to utilize them as if you know what they mean, and you don't. And you know that you don't. But this is, again, the sad little child, just like your sister explained it, word for word, fucking verbatim quote, the sad little lonely child who, to feel accepted, to feel belonging, has to use the words that other people are using. And dude, I've seen this so often, but I saw it most often in elementary school, where kids still had, obviously, a lack of social understanding. But for someone who's getting close to 40, despite the fact that you're telling people, oh, well, you're 40 years old, over the hill, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but you're getting close to that age. How can you not understand this? Are you really that stupid? Yes. Yes, you are. Spoiler, okay? I should have said spoiler before, but regardless, I think you already knew the answer. Shout out to Latino Heat in the chat. So, what are we going to watch? Let's see this one here. This is hilarious. So, all he does is... we'll start with this one. There's tons of stuff that I didn't review. Let's see. You can see the red line underneath of what I viewed. I went to this. It's like, oh, this is stupid. I went to this. Oh, it's stupid. But hey, it might actually work with, whatever I review. Because I personally prefer the genuine surprise. I think you guys do too. But again, I like to review these things not knowing what the fuck I'm going to expect. Because, as always, I still stand by what I say. So, the emojis broke me. Let's start with that one, actually, because that's what started actually on my channel. We started to talk about that. People started throwing up emojis, and clearly Scott was watching, and, well, responded like only a pussy would. So let's see this here. Might have to rewind. No. Okay, so, this is the one where he's supposedly crying. Yes, because then he made another video later on. We'll watch this, but and I do apologize. He is looking ugly, but we'll fast forward. I don't want to see this. He's supposedly in this one. He's supposedly acting, but then when he responds to it, he's like, "No, those were real tears." It's like, dude, are you fucking stupid? So I'm so disappointed. Pitbull, LOL, OL. Dave, the obsessive liar, stalking, hurt ex, neglected, and daddy again. Yeah, sure it is. Video coming later tonight on after Dave's done begging for my attention, neglecting his father again for the 45 percentile in his chats, getting excited over the emoji trolling. This is all speaking for itself, ha ha ha, at who his supporters are. God, I'm glad I'm not friends with these demonic creatures. Well, actually, there's some people that you wish you were friends with because, everyone's abandoned you. And obviously show your jealousy. So then he goes, Dave over there talking about Seaman and Travis, dismissing things is the biggest hypocrisy and projecting I've seen, LOL. Everyone who keeps, again, if you keep adding LOL, that's what, teenage girls do, dude. Relax with the cockswax. Day in and day out, not day in and day out, I've fucking last couple of days, just a couple of gaming streams. And thankfully, thank God, today I was able to land on the moon with all the engineering failures that I experienced, but that was very satisfactory. The biggest hypocrisy projecting, day in and day out, psychology of the people in this community amazes me. Truly a health earth filled with possessed people suffering mass hypnosis. Dave's responses are all deflections and emotional. Sure they are. You literally made a video of you crying. Which you said is valid. Tears are emotional. Unless you got, obviously, something stuck in your eye. For real. Not just, I get stuck in my eye. Look at the baby and the puppy. No, it's literally a physical response. You, however, are fucking pathetic. You're saying, it's emotional. But you say in a later video that this is real. That's emotion, dummy. Are you fucking stupid? Yes. See, I keep asking a rhetorical question. It's fun to ask because then I can really drive the point across. But god damn it, you're fucking stupid. God damn it, you're fucking stupid. Well, let's continue. And Bullseye makes a good point, is that, emojis seem to trigger him. Absolutely they do. And this is why he tries to deflect. Again, he's just projecting what he does. So he says, I'm not triggered by emojis. We know you are. Travis fucking exposed us with the duck. You either misspelled it or you spell it properly. It doesn't matter. The problem is, not the problem, but the thing is, he then started using the duck, and it got you fucking infuriated. It's the same that started with the fucking eyes. All these people start using the eyes. All these trolls start using the eyes. You freak the fuck out. So yes, you are triggered by this emotionally. And he's playing, what's that gay band, REM? Well, I believe the main singer is gay. I don't know if the entire band's gay, but, technically the band was kind of gay.
No expression.
Yeah, again, crying, I'm a faggot, my asshole hurts. Yeah, well, that's what you chose with that lifestyle, and let's continue. Okay, so, the emojis broke you. Where's the new stuff? Okay, so many things. Look at this 9-minute message to Tiffany. I wish she was around, actually. Told her I was going live. I don't know if she's around or would like to address this, but talk about obsession. This must be about, again, I said this might be about Bullseye. Got another one apparently about Ken. This one, here, let's start. Fuck, man, there's so many. Delusional, deceitful, devious, the unrepentant, sinner, and enemy of God. You don't get to fucking make that assessment, you fucking demon. You've already shown yourself to be fucking evil. And he actually says in another video that I keep fucking it up, and I do, sort of, where I keep forgetting the name of the third person that he doxed. Now, he says it was Davey. That is correct. He did dox Davey. Old man Davey. However, it doesn't include the fact, and I should have clued in earlier, but now I did, and now you will too, is that, let's not forget, he also doxed Tony's girl, live on air. So that's 4 now, okay? So now I'm not going to forget. Now that I've got that and I've realized, okay, that was the malfunction, Rico. Yeah, there's 4, at least. And I'm sure there's actually more, to be quite honest, but those are the ones that you've publicly admitted to doing. And yet, my record still stands at 0 doxes. How about that, bitch? Now, I guess maybe, obviously you can see that I looked at this, it's like, oh god, this is probably fucking boring and stupid. Obviously, I haven't even seen these ones. Like, fuck off. I was talking about grooming. How interesting. Shout out to the 29 viewing right now, especially to all the hate watchers. Soon enough, I will have my weight program working. So for all you hate watchers, you'll be able to lose weight for your conditions. Shout out to Sean's View Entertainment in the chat. That's an individual that Scott, for example, has made great effort to attempt to attack. So let's not forget that. So, you know what? Let's just randomly choose. I mean, it's probably going to be a lot of bullshit and shit. It's one of these in here. Like, the Tiffany one's kind of crazy from the shit he says. It might be this one. It's one of these ones that he's talking. Obviously, I haven't seen this one, but there's one of these ones here where he talks about me and shit. By the way, there's the picture of his girlfriend there, or his friend, whatever he calls her. Let's throw caution to the wind. Well, not even on this channel. Let's throw Skunty to the wind and see what's up. Suggested that, I think it was Costanza. But before we do, let's read out the description here. You don't get to decide morals or logic because of how your brain operates, David. Well, actually, I do, because I know that, in fact, I'm more moral than you. I know that I'm more intelligent, and as such, the logic shows. So, yes, I do get to dictate that, specifically because of how my brain operates. You sound like one of those teachers when I was first assessed as being gifted before I was transferred to another school saying, oh, well, gifted, to try to tell the other kids to not feel bad because they were so fucking stupid, and this is a true story, is, oh, well, gifted kids aren't smarter, they just learn faster. And I'm telling the teacher, well, that intrinsically, I should say, and Scott seems to apparently love when, I misstate a word. He's made another video about that. But again, English isn't my first language. Go fuck yourself. But the teacher was saying, oh, well, gifted kids aren't, more intelligent. I'm like, that's intrinsically wrong. They are smarter because they learn quicker. Therefore, they learn more and are quicker at doing so. Showing ample intelligence. Oh, no, you're not smart. You're wrong, teacher. No, it's okay, kids. It's okay. That's basically what that was grade 3. Or third grade, as you Yankees say it. But I certainly remember that, which I thought fucking was hilarious because, cognitive dissonance and the... which is another word which Scott apparently is using quite often these days, who has no idea about, but wants to make himself smart. But that's the exact same thing that he says to me when we know that's false. These are words, like, if you talk to me offline, this is how I talk. I don't try to make myself sound smarter. I don't try to use big words, blah, blah, blah. This is how I literally talk. Am I a nerd? Okay, fine. If I'm a nerd, I'm a nerd. Okay, does it make you feel better? Okay, whatever. But this is how I talk. And, 100 years ago, that's how people talked. So, if you take a look at intelligence, it's obviously declined over the past 100 years. But I'm not going to fucking feel guilty at all for being me. If being me means being more intelligent than you, Skunty, well, then I'm more intelligent than you. Simple as that. So let's back to this. You don't get to say the things you do unrepentant and talk anything about God or righteousness. I do, and I have. You have no idea about righteousness or God, do you? And he says, saying you hope and can't wait for people's deaths and doxing people. Still haven't done that, dummy. Also, nothing wrong, morally or illegal, with anticipating someone's death. Look what Casey Isrod did. I mean, with Betty White. But regardless, that he's not guilty of her death. And again, there's no moral problem here. I mean, imagine this. Me being alive in 1949 and, looking forward to Stalin's death, knowing that he's, it's about time that he's going to expire. That's a bad thing? Certainly not. And yeah, I compare you to Stalin, but that is a bad analogy because you are way more evil than Stalin. And Stalin was fucking evil. Doxing people, haven't done that. And looking people up. That's what you are constantly talking about. Oh, it's public information on 411 and blah, blah. That's what you do, dude. Threatening. No, David Lucifer. Oh, David Lucifer's my name now. I can dig it. I can dig it. David Lucifer, this is not how it works, and the clock is winding down on you. Okay. I've been hearing that for the last 5 years. You keep saying TikTok, it's coming, it's coming. It never comes. It never comes, okay? Shut the fuck up, you fucking piece of shit. You criminal. You piece of garbage. But yes, that is exactly how it works. I've set the groundwork. I've set the precedents. And people march to my drum. It's as simple as that. And that's another term that you've been using in one of your, I saw it in one of your comments. It's like, oh, you work on my schedule. No. See, why is it that every time I start to use a new phrase, all these other people start to use it? Because you're unoriginal. You're like the Chinese, very uncreative and have to steal everything. And cannot acknowledge that, in fact, I'm your superior. It's as simple as that. But I've seen it constantly from you from day one, Scunty. Like, what do you think DDoS means? I know exactly what it fucking means. I worked in the fucking industry. Well, I know what it means, but I've got to prove you right. Or prove you wrong, or, like, see if you really know it. Or the same thing, same sort of example where he's like, oh, do you want Tiffany's nudes? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Don't ever fucking even ask me about that. Well, I was just testing you. I just want to see if you were a good guy and all. Dude, I don't even get into calls with people where that occurs, okay? You fucking disgusting piece of shit. So your whole little, you can't just say things and be unrepentant, waiting for people's deaths. Yes, I can. And yes, I am. And yes, I will. And when you finally expire, scunt, I will frame your obituary. I will outlast you. I will outlive you. I always outthink you. And I'm always steps ahead of you, scunty. And we're still getting to that. There's that little mint that I will include. We got a few people more in the chat. Extreme Shaft says, I think we need a Dave and Scott show. Absolutely not. This is the Dave Embarrasses Scott show, a.k.a. Power Trip. And Leaping Lizard really going far with the emojis. He's probably causing Scott to, form into a fetal position as he rocks himself and cries about the emojis. So, yes, that's exactly how it works, Scotty. Let's listen to this 9-minute whatever to see what the fuck. Because, again, it's all just reviewing clips. Like, you can see this shit on my channel, dude. Okay, so he does come back. Okay, you know what? I'm going to switch this because I don't want to fucking show him on camera too often. I honestly am disgusted by even looking at him. And I'm sure that you are as well. But I'll play this so you can hear it, and then you're going to hear him talk. So let's see what the fuck. What clip is he playing of my Drama Diner 89? Again, I guess he didn't watch number 90, which is at the beginning where I talked about Danny MT and, corrected the failure of the menu from the previous day because I didn't have the time. Putting an obituary on my belt. And my belt has the ability to order, you're so evil, obituary. New side plates. Dude, that's going to become pop culture now. Even better than hanging your name on the wall, which I will do, Scott. In the end, I will do that. Yep. I will outlive you, and I'm going to frame you. Again, Mr. Consistent. I keep saying the same shit. How is it that people are like, oh, David, no, I keep saying the same shit. I keep doing the same shit. The course hasn't been corrected on my ship from the shit. You see what I'm saying? Your obituary, but hey, imagine Dios, hijo de puta, with no lo puedo creer. Belt realmente, and your obituary on a side plate. I find it absolutely delightful and delicious. Delicious. And you will be in the... My name is not Greasy Legal. It's not malicious, but it is delicious. Ground with worms consuming your body as I do so. Getting chubby. And that's another word that he starts using in a recent video. I'm the one who fucking used that word. And I slip it in once in a while and such. Obviously, you're watching, very obsessed, but dude, that's my line, okay? You're gonna die before me, and I will pray. That is factually correct as well. Your death, as will many other people out there. Of course they will. Scunty. But let's continue.
No,
Sexy
just a suggestion. Of course, I'm going to
Dave,
get
you're a
shit on,
sexy
and I'm going to
beast.
get called a liar.
Yeah!
Oh,
Already proven. Let's continue.
and this, the truth is going to hurt. Of course it is. It's always the way. But since you wanted to mention me, Ken, again, take
You wanted to mention me, Ken? I mean, like, Dave Rose mentioned me in passing about 6 people, tasing somebody. He didn't even mention my name, but he mentioned me. It's cool, you talked about me, but now, Ken, you're talking about me. I don't know what you're talking about, but you fucking chubby cheek faggot.
take another dig because you're so jealous that I'm
Oh, you're so jealous.
sober and you're so.
So Ken is apparently, let's rewind that because we have to listen to that again. But Ken is apparently jealous that he's sober. I don't think Ken gives a flying fuck about you or even your condition, just like I don't. Nobody cares whether or not you're drinking or not drinking. That is a good point, Dave. Well, past Dave. No one really gives a flying fuck about his condition. They couldn't give a flying fuck less. He could be hit by a fucking garbage truck. He could drown in his own pool or bathtub. Choke on his own vomit. Nobody cares. The only time they will care is when the alert comes in that your obituary has been printed. And then they're going to be clamoring, not only to get a copy of that, which I will be selling, but also a t-shirt, which I also will be selling. No, you are. I mean, what else do I got to say? What else does anybody got to say? You're fucking trash. Although maybe I'll work out a deal with people in the community so that we can all sort of sell it and basically revenue share, because there's a lot more people invested in this than just me, Scunty. There's a lot of people out there that are just chomping at the bit to get that fucking phone call, to get that text, whatever, saying it's done, he's dead, and here's the obituary. So many people, dude. And, dude, it will look great on a t-shirt. I'm certain of it. And it's still the side plate thing. That might, that's very tempting, to be quite honest. You can't fit much on there. You're going to have to be very creative and so forth. But I'm not going to make a straight-out obituary belt. That's a little too much. But having that as a side plate, that's giving me a chubby.
You're fucking garbage. You're a fucking obsessed little fucking freak. And you can't let it go.
You are.
Nobody gives a flying fuck. Let's continue.
And this, the truth is going to hurt. Of course it is.
The truth is going to hurt. Yeah, that's basically every video that me and Ken have been doing because, the truth hurts for you. No.
It's always the way. But since you wanted to mention me, Ken, again, take another dig
Since you even mentioned me, Ken, I'm going to talk about you.
because you're so jealous that I'm sober.
No, nobody's jealous about you being sober, you being drunk, or you being gay, or you being straight. Nobody's jealous of nothing.
Exactly.
When it comes to
Nobody
you
gives a
fight.
fuck.
Nobody is jealous.
You're so mad that I didn't die, just like Dave.
No, see, I'm not. First of all, jealous, dude. Are you stupid? Jealous that I died? What? That implies that I would have preferred that I die over you. Certainly not. Certainly not. So the jealousy doesn't come into play here. Again, can I order you a dictionary? Can we maybe make a GoFundMe or something that will get you a dictionary? Because you're a fucking moron.
I didn't even think of this when I said this, but there's still libraries out there. They should have one in Glace Bay. I mean, it doesn't cost anything. It's free membership.
Fucking Ricky from Trailer Park Boys look like a fucking genius. You're a fucking
That's true, too.
moron, dude. You're a fucking moron. And this is what's so comical, is that you always claimed that you were so smart, and you got so offended because I remind you of JP, and, just being me. Again, I'm not acting. I'm just being me. And, hey, if being me
Mr.
is being more
Consistent
intelligent
again.
because I'm naturally that way, and you don't like it. Well, who's the problem with? Yeah,
Come
that would-
on.
that
He's
would be
just,
you
he's
there,
just
Stats.
reviewing my
That would be
shit.
you.
God
Not me.
damn it.
Yeah, I got a problem about people who know more about things than I do.
All right, let's
And,
go straight to
more
him
than willing
talking,
to,
because literally
take
you
whatever
can
abuse they
hear
want to
this
direct my
on
way
my
because of my
fucking
ignorance.
video.
That's called humility.
Yeah,
You.
let's go to where he's about to talk. So he's paused at the video, I guess, and there we go.
So I'm not sure what demonic hell or reality that you reside from, David, but
Reside in. Okay, if you're going to be, the Nazi, or at least attempt to be the Nazi. Again, remember, I know multiple languages. You know English very poorly. And, yes, do I slip up from time to time? Yes, you're going to make a video which I apparently said $5 the gallon as opposed to $5 the barrel as opposed to $5 the gallon. You knew what I was saying there, Scunty. And yes, there's been times where I've missaid things. It happens. It happens especially when I'm inebriated under the cannabis. Are you going to talk shit about cannabis? Because, well, you'd be a hypocrite. But regardless, is that, yes, from time to time I do. But also my vocabulary is much more ample than yours. I know multiple languages. I'm much more intelligent. So really, this is a little child kicking the knee of somebody who's way bigger and just better than them. So it means literal shit. But okay, let's continue.
If anybody falls for your bullshit after listening to that, oh, I feel sorry for those people.
Oh, so that one instance. So as opposed to the last 5-6 years where I've been around in the community, it's been obviously more. It's been around 8, but 5-6 where I've been more like on my own, I guess, if you want to call it that. I've been fully in control of taking over people, smart people, just totally brainwashing them. But that one line should have broken that spell, right? Do you hear what you're fucking saying? Also, great hat. I really believe you when your hat says you're sober.
People. You don't get to hope and pray and celebrate something.
First of all, you don't get to dictate to me. It's as simple as that. So, you don't get to... What are you, a fucking child? You don't get to do that. Of course I do. Why? Because I did. And you can't stop me. And I'll continue to do it. So your words not only are meaningless, they make you look fucking stupid. You don't get to do this. Just go. Just leave. What are you, a faggot?
Somebody
Oh, well, we know the stories, so.
is deaf like that, David, and
course I do.
threaten them at the same time, constantly talking about paying off corrupt police and you're going to get murdered and die and drink yourself into oblivion every night and then get to talk to me about God.
Really? Is that why I'm just so put together? Like, for example, if you watch Drew's show from the other night, I was able to say some fairly long words. And despite the fact that I was consuming cannabis, as you could hear me cough, I was still fairly capable and, well, not fairly. In your case, fairly. Well, in my case, fairly. In your case, supremely capable. Because I'm just that much better than you. I'm not an addict. And also, I don't have a damaged brain. So even by consuming cannabis, I'm not going to be the retard fuck that you are and do the stupid things that you have done or will do in the future.
God and Christianity when I'm the one going on 8 months sober and you can't stomach it.
I don't, like I said earlier, I don't give a fuck if you're sober, if you're stoned, if you're drunk, if you're hooked on meth. I don't give a fuck. The point I've already made, which should be evident to everyone at this point, is that regardless of the inebriated state or any of the consumables that he might do, it's not the drugs, it's not the alcohol, it's not even the fucking water. This guy is just naturally a psychotic. It's as simple as that. So you can aggravate it by the use of inebriants, or you can just let him be sober and he still shows how psychotic he is. So yeah, let's continue.
The facts are the facts, Dave. It's been proven. But
Yeah, the facts are the facts. I've proved them in the Evidence Marathon. I've proved them in other shows. The facts are the facts. Absolutely.
you can't handle it. You are the bad person here, Dave.
You're bad. I'm good. You know how infantile you sound, you fucking moron?
You, not me. You are.
Really?
You are, Dave. You are, Dave.
Remember, repetition is the sign of a weak and unintelligent mind. Let's continue.
It is you, again, but you fail to see it. You are the bad person here. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself.
Repetition. And unfortunately, I do apologize for having to repeat myself, but I must point this out. Listen to the way that he speaks. He calls other people, as like belonging to cults. The Dave cult, the Ken cult. Okay. one of the strategies that's utilized, especially by evil preachers, which I believe that this guy is sort of patterned himself after, is the continual repetition of slogans. This is how the communists, specifically the Bolsheviks, were able to accrue so much power, is that at rallies, they wouldn't tell people things to think about. They would rile them up and incense them, literally with just simple slogans and repetitive uses of those slogans. So not only are we getting drama video here, we're also getting historical context, information, and understanding, Skunty, into how you operate, because you make a video after this, I believe, where you're talking about apparently how I use my specific strategy to control people and convince people of this and dude, I can see right through your manipulative ways, and I've seen that with you and other people as well. So, dude, we already see through you entirely, and at this point, it's just fun to break you even further. Because, yes, I did break you. You can deny it all you want, but again, I'm going to outlive you, and I'm going to frame your obituary. And that is absolute fact. And God certainly won't strike me down on that one. He'll welcome me with open arms once I get to the gates of heaven. Now, Latino Heat in the chat says, LOL, Dave, the bad guy. You, Skunty, are the scumbag. Yeah, Skunty is the scumbag. Bullsey says, no one talks about Skunt's sobriety, but Skunt blames himself. Sorry, but Skunt himself. Ha ha ha. Yes, that's the only one who's even talking about whether or not he's drunk or sober. Because literally nobody gives a fuck. We know what he's done in the past, and yeah, I'll continue to fucking mention that, somebody got, and I said this the other day without even mentioning Skunty. He was like, yeah, well, at least you didn't get tased by 6 cops while being drunk in a parking lot. I'm not going to forget that, Skunty. I'll keep fucking repeating that fucking line till the end of time. Simple as that. It's not naming you, so you should shut the fuck up. You've made an impact enough to show how psychotic you are, how stupid you are, and how much you really do deserve to be in a shallow grave. That's a fact. But, hey, this is an incident that occurred, that people witnessed. Again, you ruined Ken's birthday, by the way. And we have something similar when you bake the cake for Joe. So, you're the one who made this impact. You can't just go back and have history remove it and erase it. No, you did that. You're remembered for that. And people are going to continue to talk about you in regards to that, whether you like it or not.
You are a walking, talking contradiction, Dave. You're talking about...
Actually, no. According to I think it was my kindergarten teacher, my first grade teacher, but I was a walking encyclopedia. Big difference.
my tattoo being pagan and Christian.
Well, I believe that YR started that, and he'd raised a good point, is that, yeah, you did make a tattoo that is sort of infusing multiple beliefs onto there.
About that. Just think about that. The Serenity Prayer that I got is rewritten just a little bit for Alcohol Anonymous.
Oh, it's made for special needs people. Got it.
That we said every day in that book in rehab. The actual Serenity Prayer is a little tiny bit different than that. Not too far.
How about this? I don't care. I don't care if you're drunk. I don't care if you're sober. You're still evil. Nothing changes that. Let's continue.
But a little bit. And the paganism, Dave, associated with a dream catcher? Wow.
Well, it was, again, YR brought it up, and I had to address it. It's like, well, that is a good point.
Ignorant much? Like...
Not ignorant at all about theology. You apparently are, but okay.
You want to talk about fucking intelligence? Are you kidding me, bro?
No, you want to talk about intelligence because the fact is you get incensed at the fact that you see me being so happy and intelligent on my own, and you get bothered. It's the same thing of what you explained to me when we were working together at the fact that there was that kid in elementary school that reminded you of me, somebody that really didn't give a flying fuck, was super smart, and just carried themselves in their own way. And that bothered you, and that reminds you of JP, which is why you've never been able to let it go, which explains why you're such a fucking faggot. But let's continue.
Are you fucking kidding me? This is what
Listen, Alvin, I think Theodore and Simon need some fucking help moving those instruments there, so hop to it. Again, I'm Dave, right? Dave Seville, because he was the one that was the manager. So hop to it there, Alvin. You fucking chubby cheek monk fuck.
bothers you now. Now you're going to analyze my tattoo, which was...
I'm not the only one, man. I'm not the only one. Also well, let's continue.
It's a beautiful tattoo, by the way.
It's ugly. Disgusting.
But of course, you're jealous of that too. So shitty, Scott got a tattoo.
Have I ever talked about the tattoo that I have? No, I have not.
Oh, terrible,
But there's certain people that have seen it.
terrible. Look, it says God and there's praying hands. I can't handle it because I'm the Antichrist.
I didn't even fucking say that. And no, you're the Antichrist with a small A.
So he's the Antichrist, though, guys. I'm just going to talk about his obituary and his death over and over and over again. But I'm the good guy.
So if Jesus is speaking about how the devil is evil, that makes Jesus bad? No, it does not. And yes, I'm equating myself to Jesus, and yes, I'm equating you to the devil, which is what you are.
Guys, I'm the righteous one. I'm not a narcissist, liar, weirdo. It's
You've never read any scripture, have you?
me, guys. I'm the good guy. Scott's the bad guy. Can't you see Scott's the bad guy?
No, but the only one who cries on air is you, dude. Which you've now claimed that you lied about, but we know it wasn't a lie. You really cried on air. Dave won't even cry if his dad dies. Was that fake? No, it wasn't. Neither call was fake. When you called up Joe, they want to kill me. That was real. We know those are real tears. Just like that video that you made. You're like, real tears? Emotional.
Look at this shitty tattoo. It says God on it. If that ain't the Antichrist, I don't know what it is, folks.
You don't know a lot. Okay? What you don't know could fill a fucking paper bag. Okay? Okay. So, no, you're the Antichrist. And there's many people that agree with that.
I don't know. There's nothing left to say here. There's nothing left to say here.
And yet, after this, deceitful, delusional, you make how many videos? 4, 5, 9. Another 5 is 14. 19. 24. Nothing else to say. And you make 24 videos out of it. Look at those chubby cheeks. Look at those chubby cheeks. Just want to squeeze them.
Dave gets sick pleasure out of all of this because
It's not sick. It is righteous, as God has intended. And it is truly glorious, because I'm watching as evil gets destroyed due to my hand. Nothing could give me more joy than that.
he's a sociopath.
And you're a psycho fucking path. Stop sucking your lips, you fucking wop dago.
If I was
Actually, I don't even think Italians do that. Probably the Jersey types. I don't even know what they're called. Whatever. You're garbage. You're fucking white trash. Not even white trash. You're mixed trash. How about that? You're just a mix of all this different trash. Just mixed trash. It's a new term. I've made it up. TM.
literally, it's literally.
Literally.
I'd make a video on Skunt.
Don't fucking
Smacking them lips.
tongue at me, you disgusting freak.
Yeah, I bet you a couple people would like a video of Scott.
A lot of them. They fucking love the drama. What are you fucking talking about?
Smacking them lips.
Look at all the hate watchers we got here. Look at all the hate watchers. I know you're here because you love this shit. And because of the thing with Ken and stuff. I don't want to show the support I was previously showing. But I see you, okay? I see you. And, well,
I see you.
Notice how I say literally a lot too. Notice that? That's my little.
I say like a lot. And the thing is, and I think a few other lines.
It's my little sly slipping it in there. Dig. Ooh, babe.
Terrible. This is his videos. All right, well, let's continue. The most sought after commodity in Dave Rose's. Oops, Dave Rose's Fantasy Island. So he's just wearing masks, it looks like, in this. I guess I show this just so you can see how obsessive he is and how pathetic. This is, I mean, again, like at least talk. You know, he doesn't talk. He's just doing his little fucking dance video. I don't know. You explain it to me. It's Bullseye says it's also pretty sick to use use religion as a crux for any situation that might be good or bad for you or to you. Oh, he doesn't like me. He's the Antichrist. That's exactly correct, and he's done that for years, to be quite honest. So now he calls well, actually, I believe it was Simo calls YR Buffalo Bill Jr. And you know from the Silence of the Lambs, this I think it's I can't remember the song name, something horses. And this is what he's wearing when he's dancing around with his cock between his legs. Yeah, Scunty, I'm sure that makes you look real good. And then, what, is he trying to make himself look like Bullseye? Bullsey's in the chat. Maybe you can respond. Oh, you're wearing a monkey mask. Are you trying to make fun of black people now? Because I'm sure that you would. That is within your MO. This is his entertainment. Meanwhile, I should be making conspiracy videos, blah, 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 but he's dancing around like a fucking faggot. That's really nice. Really? That's it? That's it, Scunty? Okay. Sad. That's what it was. That's what it was. Literally, the most sought community. You dancing? No. Now there's this. Oh, look at all these emojis, guys. Hey, leaping lizard. Leaping lizards. Leaping lizards. Look at all these emojis. You didn't get me. Yes, we did. Literally, people using the eye emoji got you. Okay, then they used the duck. Well, then they used the rat. Shout out to Real Talk. That got you. Then there was the duck that Travis started. That got you. And now we've got the emojis. And that got you. So let's see. Oh, it's so funny. You got triggered, bitch.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.
Yeah, but I made the video where it says, you know, in response to you, Scunty, saying, well, I'm leaving the community. And I said, well, bye. And you didn't leave the community. So you're a fucking faggot. And I will frame your obituary. What's the next one up here? Are you unrepentant fallen emperor on your throne of deception? Commas would work well. Punctuations would suffice. And you continue to look like a moron. 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Fine. Let's see. Obviously, I quit watching as soon as I... fuck it. You know, we're here for your entertainment, people. Also, donations are open. Hi. But donations are open. Always appreciate a donation. And remember, I do this for you, the people. And nobody does it better than Dave Rose. Let's just be honest. Nobody does drama better than Dave Rose. And after all, is the reason why I declared myself the first drama emperor. But let's hear what old little Skunt has to say.
Why does the Lord delay his coming?
Oh, is this really is the entire thing just a fucking Bible thing? I think so. Yeah. This guy also just such a lack of knowledge when it comes to theology or scripture, for that matter. And again, I wish Tiffany was here so she could address this because she knows her scripture.
that this guy will literally take, liberal, church sayings or statements, whatever, and they're totally wrong on the scripture. But he'll use them because it obviously works to make him look like, he's the victim. So let's listen a bit.
2 Peter 3:3-4. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where
all this
is
video
the
is,
Bible
guys.
is stabbed, prepare a place
He's
for
taking.
us.
He can't fucking quote this stuff. He can't fucking talk about it. So he needs to rely on a video that does it for him. Dude, you do not represent Christians. You do not represent Christianity. You have no knowledge in theology or scripture, and you're an embarrassment. A simple embarrassment to the human race, regardless of whether or not you're religious. So this video is some sort of, again, this guy really, he's, Skunt is the type of individual to basically be a world star type. So he likes to watch these stupid videos and stuff, calls black people Uncle Toms, but he's perfectly fine with being down with the culture and that sort of thing. So, but yeah, that's what that thing is, and just you can see that on World Star, some shit. So I think this is the price of oil. This is the one where basically I said instead of per liter, it was per gallon. So that's what he's so hopped up on. He can't actually address the real things, like what happened with fucking Tiff or Bex, even YR. No. Oh, Dave. Obviously I knew what Dave was talking about, but instead of saying gallon, again, gallon and barrels we don't use them normally here in regards to Canadian speak and stuff. We talk in liters, and yes, there's a barrel, but it's usually in imperial fluid ounces. So, meanwhile, this guy still, doesn't understand basic computer terms, but seems to think he does.
Hockey
Let's hear this
somewhere.
bullshit.
I need my car tonight, and I have no money, and I don't get paid till like 4 days. And it's like you scrounge up quarters and dollar bills like crazy, man. And back then it was worth it because it was like $1.50. Do you remember gas? How cheap it was?
Don't remind me. I remember as a kid that it was 49 cents a liter, and my parents were complaining. So
I know, dude. And you know what's fucked up though, Dave? In the 70s, it went so fucking high, bro.
Yeah, I know.
It was so
and it looks like it might even go higher this time. It might end up hitting $10 a barrel.
Yep.
Yeah. We all know what I meant there, Scunty. Oh, you said a word. Oh, dude, you're fucking pathetic. You're fucking pathetic. Everyone knows that I meant by gallon because I talked about it the other day on another show. You're a fucking moron. This is just worthless. And look at this. Oh, mind blown. Oh my God. And shows how emotional he is. Gotta show this and like, oh, look, it's Putin laughing. Oh, and then, oh, look at that. That's the time I got paid $500 to cut my hair, which really, really made you mad. Also, because I showed you the background of your old neighborhood. You keep wanting to claim, oh, well, we showed my neighborhood. Yeah, it's your old neighborhood. You're with your parents right now. A place where, I guess I'll say it now, there, Scunty, you made the same mistakes as you did when you made this video, well, that I got the background for. Why are you so stupid? Seriously, why are you so stupid? You film the outside of your property and you film the inside of the property. How do you think I fucking found you last time, you dumb fuck? How do you think I fucking found you? By your own stupidity and mistakes. I can literally find you right now. I downloaded those 2 videos. Delete them all you want. I've got what I need. I've done the measurements. I'm still going through that. I'm using a 3D software program to actually rebuild your location. I'm sure C-Man will fucking love that. But see, this is how you deal with bitches, C-Man. Okay? So not only will I determine the type of house that you're in, the rooms, the floors, everything like that, which is, again, very easy for me to say, to call into Glace Bay and say, hi there, real estate agent. I'm thinking about moving to Glace Bay. I'm looking for a house that has this type of, setup and so forth, rooms and this and this layout and so forth. Well, sir, we actually have a few homes in our area, and well, there's that way. There's also simply the way that you've used, which is going to White Pages 411 or whatever the fuck. In Canada, it's Canada 411, but you've got whitepages.ca. You've got other stuff. Well, I can then coordinate that with Street View on Google. Find you that way too. Scott, you're a fucking moron. You don't know who you're dealing with. You still haven't fucking learned, but you're going to learn. The best part is that I don't have to rush shit. I can take my time. Because as we've seen when the build-up to the evidence marathon happened, is that you're going to be driven insane with the anticipation. So I'll act when I choose to act. You work on my time, Scunty. You work on my time. Okay? So now that you've given me such beautiful gifts, not even Christmas yet, but such beautiful gifts of essentially being able to pinpoint your exact location. And again, I always appreciate when I actually see the shadows cast by the sun, because with my wilderness survival training, which you seem to scoff at very much, as to apparently several others, I can actually pinpoint your exact location in North America. So that's a side project. I'm really busy these days. Although I do get a few respites here and there to be able to either play some games or maybe do a little drama, which people want, and no one wants to admit apparently, but of course you want. And it's as simple as that. So you want to fuck around? I guess you're gonna have to find out there, Scunty. But again, I don't dox people. But if, say, somebody that you might have doxed in the past gets a hold of your new address, well, that's perfectly legal now, isn't it? You're already committing massive amounts of harassment online, as it is. And you're also making false allegations. Now, you think that you know the law, and you think I don't know the law, but that's false. But again, what I'm saying, it's nothing illegal. Why don't you take this the stream to the cops? It's not going down. Take it to the cops. And they'll say, well, sir, the gentleman is not doing anything illegal. Well, fuck you, man. I'm going to take the law into my own hands. Okay, guys, get the tasers. And you know how it goes. So I, need to remind you, Scunty, that you are stupid. And that it's only a matter of time before I find you. Again. Okay, this is going to be third time's a charm. Well, not third time's a charm. I already found you 2 times. But third time's a fucking, testament of how incredibly awesome I am. And the most intelligent man in the community. So, yeah, that'll just be more salt to the wounds, which I love to do. I love to put the little prey into their place. But, it's only a matter of time, Scunty. So keep pushing. Because you keep saying, oh, well, TikTok, time's winding down. Blah, blah. Okay, go contact the police. Then I can present them with all the stuff that you've done. And then, obviously, advise them that I'm not doing anything illegal. And there won't be a problem there. But keep fucking around, and eventually you're going to find out. Now, aren't you? And like I said, nothing illegal with locating you based on the images that you've released publicly, and then providing that information to those that you've doxed. So, keep that in mind there, scunt word. Let's continue. Skype lines are open if anyone wants to call in. We've seen this stuff, blah, 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 blah. Mind blown, oh my god, look, Dave dressed himself up like that. Oh, it's so funny, blah, 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 blah. Okay, great. So, what's next? So, he made several videos on, so now he's talking about Tony. History lesson for Tony, pointing out the obvious. Breaking news, lost child. Could that be maybe Bullseye? Is that what he's talking about? Let's see.
This just in!
Oh, me. Yeah, it's got 1.4 million views now. Think about that. Dave attempts to groom lost boy.
Let's see if we can communicate with it right now.
What am I going to do?
Oh, so you know what you're doing is that basically that's slander right there. That's defamation, man. You're basically saying I'm attempting to slander. Sorry, I'm attempting to groom Bullseye, is what you're saying. Perhaps people want to report this video. Sam, this is the first time I'm telling people this, because this is totally false. But you are basically saying that's something that's totally false. This is not Ken taking out 12 seconds of a video that's all dead air. This is you attempting to create a narrative that doesn't exist because of your emotions. Let's continue.
It's there, so it's up to you. They want you to review it.
But also, let's read the comment here. They love when other people's families get contacted, right? So are we supposed to contact his parents to tell him he is in danger of being lost online? Oh, wait, that's only for pussies, as Dave said, unless Dave is doing it with his partners in malicious... Oh, my God, look at all this shit. So you're the lost boy man, Bullseye, apparently. Anything else? Oh, yeah, me and Travis called that Dave. I would absolutely love to hear what Ken actually thinks about Travis's interaction with Scott. I mean, after all, obviously he stood against Scott for so long and supported both myself and Ken. But obviously the thing with Ken got him to no longer side with me. But I'm really genuinely curious. What would Ken think about this guy's interaction with Skunt? Would he even find it justifiable? Can Travis even make it justifiable? Oh, well, you're in a fight with me, or I didn't like the way you treated that guy, so I don't like you now, and that means that I can certainly go and associate and comment with Scott and stuff. Like, I would love to hear what Ken thinks about that, to be quite honest, because I personally, well, I think you already know what I think. But I'd love to hear what kind of excuses the Chi-Com has. So I'm not going to read through all this stuff. Oh, Dave will have to drink and get emotional. Dude, you're the one who was crying and shit, dude. You're the one who's crying. Look at all this fucking shit. Oh, my God. And all you can do is just take other people's clips. Really, that's it. Again, he's always been mad at the fact that he wanted me to reveal my AD Venture character to people in the community. That he's like, oh, I want people to see the other side of you. It's like, well, I choose not to share that. That's perfectly. Oh no, I'm gonna share it anyways. How about that? I sure showed you. It's like, well, then you made yourself look like an idiot, and now people realize that, yeah, my creativity alone can garner 1.4 million views. He's never gotten over that, which is fucking hilarious. And again, look at the obsession. I think Bullseye told me the other day that certainly obsessed with him, which I believe, but I also believe that he's probably jealous of the hair, to be quite honest. So,
honestly,
why is he so obsessed with this shit when Ken isn't? If he's, there's another. Basically, it seems to me like he just wants to come to Ken's defense as a white knight or something like that. And the whole thing was, what is he saying here? Hold on. Fucking even give him the time of day. But considering, put again, that normally oriented, what Travis and Scott went through, it's the most pussy ass thing ever. Yeah, I'm making a great point.
Yeah, well, talking about the association.
Jeez, look at this
I'm
shit.
gonna have
Look, you're a pussy, Scott. You're a pussy. If your only way to respond is to put in comments on a video while you play an audio, you're fucking garbage, and I will frame your obituary. So let's see here. What do you got here with this?
NEMT, right? I'm in Russia. I'm gonna beat people up.
My God, you're obsessed with the way people look, dude.
That department, bro. You got to get help, man. Seriously, like.
Yeah, rehab didn't really help you.
That must have stung.
If it did, You certainly are a better person.
I think Scunty should die because it's just better off if he dies. Not only
Well, I have to agree with him. That, like, if we look at the drain on the taxpayer, on society, on the community, it makes perfect sense. There's nothing morally wrong with that statement. Also, there's nothing karmically wrong with that statement either.
The world, but for him, because literally he's a suffering soul. If we're going, I'm being
well, we figured Scunty would have killed himself by now, but fucking we were
yeah,
wrong.
but he's stupid shit and he needs to die. That's just me. But
leave me alone, you fucking sandmaker bitch.
What does that have anything to do with this?
Be sure to visit our website. I'm going to put the URL right there.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Does that make you feel better? Showing a video. Hey, Scunty.
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough. Bitch.
That's what Scunty thinks that he's doing. Meanwhile, everyone's laughing at him. Everyone's laughing at him. You're pathetic, Scunty. So let's see this one here. Let's just have Ken. So still jealous about Ken, huh? That Ken is having fun? Living rent-free in your mind?
Hello, Ken. It's the Undertaker.
Here, let's read the comment here. Everyone takes off everyone in the community. What the fuck's that supposed to mean? It's a real thing. Everyone needs to chill out. If I can forgive what you done to me, Ken, and you know what you done, I showed you the proof last year and Joe took the video down. When he saw the proof, you called me a liar, swearing up and down, never sent me Dr. Earl clip, but again, I showed that you did. We can do this for the rest of our lives, or you can accept the reality, forgive and forget, and move on and have fun. It's up to you. You can't forgive, you can't forget, you can't move on, and we're going to break you again, Scunty. Now, I did break you. We already know that. But we're going to break you again. Or, well, not really break you. You're already broken, but I mean, like, sort of grind our heels into the remains of you and just grind them into the ground sort of thing. So, like I said, you're going to expire before we do. You can call Ken all this fat shit all you want. He's still going to outlive you. And we're going to both frame your obituary.
And the Undertaker's retarded brother, Kate Calloway, is also here, Ken. Rest in peace.
Oh, you're so cool.
I'm here to tell you something, son. I've been noticing that you've been copying my news videos. You've been copying me and my stories that I've taken and copied off someone else for quite a while now, Kenneth. I don't like it. I'm not too fond of it. You don't mind calling it when I upload some drama on Dan and CT. But you won't give me credit for my politics stories that you take from me.
Yeah, because I'm sure Ken doesn't read the newspaper. Oh, wait, he does. I already know that.
This one coming up next.
Just like fucking Cronin, obsessed that people are stealing things from you. There's everything new under the sun.
Shit, here comes the fog.
It doesn't
I used to get the little Coors Light.
Yeah.
Chop the bologna. Until I'm an alcoholic, now I get the big ones.
You know what,
What?
Mello? You know what?
Hey, man, stop
that
the
will
bologna.
enhance our underlying effort to accommodate the Russian oligarchs and make sure we take their ill-begotten gains. We're going to accommodate.
Thanks, Mello.
We're going to seize their
Thanks,
yachts,
Mello.
It's all your
their luxury
fault.
homes, and other
Thanks,
ill-begotten
Mello.
gains of Putin's kleptocracy.
Thanks, Mello.
Mello's hypocrisy. Oh, whatever. He's
We're going after Mello's
Hypocrisy.
papapatry. We're going after Mello's papapatry.
Well, you know. Oh, my
The
God.
piss pumping tree.
I wish I never voted for Nader.
We're coming for Mello's Ralph Nader.
Ralph?
We're coming for Mello like Ralph fucking.
Hope you enjoyed Kate Calloway with the sober hat on and everything. No, but in all honesty, Ken, it's like, this is my second attempt trying to, like, move on with you. Like, I've complimented you many times on your comedy,
Why can't anyone just take a page from the book of Dave Rose and just sail the fuck away and not say a goddamn thing? Is it so fucking difficult? I've done it. You can do it if you're as good as me, but clearly you're not. Hence why I'm the most intelligent man in the community. Let's continue.
wrestler bits, the skits. You know, like, you never are able to compliment me or move on, bro. There's always...
Are you kidding me? You can't compliment you. What? Why don't you just fuck off? Why do you need someone to compliment me? Oh, well, yeah, good job there, Scott, for being sober. How about no? How about nobody gives a flying fuck? How about nobody cares to fucking compliment you? And you should feel confident in whatever decision you made if this apparently improved your life. But why do you need someone to compliment you? Because you're desperate for affirmation. Dude, you're living at home. You got mom and dad next to you. You got your fucking, was it your cousin Nate or something around too. Like, can't you get the love from that, the affirmation that you need from that, then demand it from people who will never give it to you? It's fucking pathetic.
There's little digs and you're fucking, like, it's just like, stop, man.
And the digs will continue until morale improves. Simple as that.
Like, enough already, right? That's me, apparently.
I'm telling you, Ken, enough is enough. And then he'll continue to talk about you, Ken.
Me watching shows and I was being obsessed. No, like I said, I don't hate watch. I enjoy ass.
That's another term that I use, and yes, you do hate watch, because we know that you watch me, and you watched my gaming stream the other day where the views went from like 1 to 5 to 1 to 5 to 7 to 9 to 1, and you previewed that on your video, which means you do hate watch. Not only are you exposed here as a liar, you're exposed here as a retard. So congratulations, Scott. 2 for 1 today. Let's continue.
Aspects of everybody obviously wouldn't have been involved in the community or anybody. Like, it's not me trying to be in the community. I don't want to be in the community.
It is. You keep coming back and saying, oh, well, you can't talk about me. Literally, Ken and me don't talk about you for over a month. You still talk about this. We mentioned one thing in passing without even mentioning you. Well, you brought me back to the community. No, stupid. No. You're just a fucking piece of shit who's obsessed and will never let go, which is why we're going to outlive you and frame your obituary. Let's continue.
I don't want to have to cut videos and everybody all the time. I don't. I just want to play my music and do my politics.
Well, then do it. And stop paying attention to other people. Simple as that. Just like I did when I sailed away for a year. Is that so difficult? Yes, it is. Therefore, just forget about even being part of the community. Simple as that.
Stowed. Like, I shown that, but anyway, it's like, dude, you know, just let's just have fun. By the way, you shouldn't have told Ken that was funny, Travis, because when you tell Ken something's funny, it's gonna get repeated and drove into the ground until it's not funny. Sorry, Ken, but that's true, bro. I didn't listen to all that show. I only got first 40 minutes of clips here of the Let's Just. I can guarantee that went on for 6 hours, bro. If I clip every one of them, it'd be quite the video. Here's the first 40 minutes of the Let's Just, though. First 40 minutes of the show.
Testing Drew throughout the night to see how drunk and belligerent he can get if he can. You know what I mean?
You can't be highlighting Ken's repetition when you do the exact same thing there, Skunt.
So, Elon.
Close it down.
11:13.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question? Ken, what
What?
the fuck is that sound that you're making?
Oh, you don't even
You
know.
gotta put the yippers up if you're gonna do it for her.
No, I mean, she don't even know it, what we're doing. You know?
All right.
It was
She went to bed by the
yeah,
time.
it was last night,
Oh,
Shannon. I was playing a soundbite, and I kept, like, shortening it, like, Filthy does.
Oh, okay.
And,
Oh, so you don't hate watch Ken then?
it just became, like, a
thing.
meme, I
It was
guess,
like
you know? It was like, yeah, it was like a little thing.
I've been destroying you throughout this entire clip, man. This clip's only 8 minutes long, 8 minutes 46 seconds long. I'm 4 minutes 39 seconds into it. I fucking destroyed you, Scunty. I've destroyed you, and up to this point, I've fucking destroyed you. Shown your hypocrisy, shown your stupidity, shown your ineptitude. This is fucking sad.
Couldn't help it. It was just.
This is a great drink, by the way, Kenny. I really did a good job.
Yeah?
Yep.
That's a good thing.
And there's no sugar in it.
That's a teen. That's a good
It's
teen.
Well, that's the
best thing, there's
A
no
good
sugar.
teen. I
Yep.
want to do good teen.
It's 0 sugar, ginger
ale.
ale. Yep.
Perfect.
Ginger
I like
ale.
your style.
I'm trying.
Another show
In this
for
community
Ken.
that no one else has done. So who's going to be the first one to put it on their stream, huh? And say, oh. Just throw that out. I'll leave it at that. Let's throw that out there. Keep your eyes peeled for breathalyzers on other shows.
I think I'm going to do it next.
I started this back in 05.
I had to.
Minute because it's
The king of monotone, everybody.
Let's just
Get in line.
Drew, you're not a monotone person. Come on, bro. You're a trooper.
I'm not even memeing it because it's 45, but that was literally in the first 45 minutes, bro. Pretty sure. It's kind of funny. I couldn't imagine, honestly, how many times it was done all show. Is it possible that we all just are into the same things, following the same channels, on the same wavelength? Remember that one, wavelength? And we all talk about the same politics stories because they trend, or the algorithms connecting us all to the same sites? Yeah, that's all possible. That could be a possibility, but I just feel like Ken really does watch everything I do, and I watch
That's
a lot of what
rich.
he does too. Like, it's not a secret. I don't know why he lies about it, but
Because you
I
have
just
lied
feel
in the
like
past,
he
they're
gets, he
asshole.
sees a lot of the cool politic videos that I upload that I take off somebody else usually, and he'll use that for news story on his channel.
Yeah, he'll use that rather than actually reading the news and not even looking at you and deciding to do it.
I just feel like, even though I took it from somebody else, it's not a big deal. I just feel like Ken really does see it on my channel all the time.
Okay, let's say he does. Are you so desperate for affirmation that you need to be credited with everything? Can't you just say, hey, well, he stole it from me, and obviously I, know that he did, and I'm better, and I don't have to even address it. Obviously he didn't, though. But I mean, to go through your mental state, you could still go through that and be fine with it and not demand some recognition. But that just goes to show how much your ego is in control of you. You want to say that your ego is not in control, but clearly it is.
Time, because it's like almost every single time I upload a story, whether it was on that black female judge that couldn't define.
Okay, well, are you a reporter or are you taking this from other people? Oh, you're taking it from other people. Now, statistically speaking, is it not possible that Ken may also watch some of those sources and as such might also choose to speak about these topics since they're so relevant without even viewing your videos? Well, statistically speaking, I have to say yes. The probability, not possibility, but probability indicates that that is the situation. Let's continue.
Find a woman or nail with the Biden stuff. So would the Biden fuck up in the language clip that I showed earlier here? I don't know, man. Call me delusional, call me crazy. That's what it seems like to me, though. And it's, wouldn't be the first time. It's not like I don't take things off people in the community, but I usually give credit. Joe was taking my Cronin virus thing. He took the whole fucking, when I changed my face to the lizard, the whole thing took it. So wouldn't be the first time people take my shit and don't give me credit. But I'm just memeing on that fact. Obviously,
You also take things from other people and pretend like you always knew them all along.
take these news stories. I don't give a fuck who covers them, man. I'm just saying, I know people watching me and shit. So it's like, why do you got to pick on me for playing a guitar? Why do you got to pick on my sober tattoo, sober hat? Like, what's with all that? That's what I can't stand, dude.
They're bullies. They're bullies.
Like, I'm willing to move on and compliment you and all kinds of shit, but like, it's the little digs like that.
That is the sign of a sociopath. Oh, I'm willing to praise you, say kind words about you, just to get you to stop talking about me or to point out my hypocrisies. That's what a sociopath does.
That it's like, it's unnecessary, bro. You know how to trigger me, just set me off, and then I'll trigger you, and then it's just a back and forth. It's nonsense, dude. Like, that's Dave Rose shit. That's what he gets off on. It's so stupid, man. But The Undertaker wanted to tell...
I get off on subjugating my inferiors, which is why it's just so enjoyable to deal with you there, Scunt.
Well, you can. A final thought here.
And I wanted to reach out and personally thank you. Thank you for being such a great husband. Thank you for being such a wonderful father. Those are the two most important jobs a man will ever have. And you're doing it at the next level. So although times may be hard, Ken, they will get better. You just keep doing what you do. Again, thanks, Ken. You're a man's man. Rest in peace.
Okay. So, what do we got next? Scup lines remain open. I don't know if anyone wants to call in to address all that I've been referring to here. We just saw the Ken video. He made a video that's 43 minutes long. And it's welcome to Scotty's Dine and Dash menu. Or Dine and Dash, and then menu with arrows pointing down. Kind of sounds a lot like my drama diner. But, okay. So here's the one I think where he talks about his girlfriend. This is
I'm just making
18
this quick.
minutes long. But I guess it's going to have to go longer. Donations are open, people. Hi, Shid. Hi. Feel free to donate to me. I do give you the best drama entertainment in this community, bar none. And you know that. The fact is, you know that. So, let's continue to hear what Alvin here has to say.
Little video on break, but I got about 15 more clips to review, expose, show you Dave's tactics, show you each lie.
Sweet. Well, that's actually, I was referencing this earlier, but the tactics, like, oh, you use these, and like, you know, the repetition, and I mean, all you got to do is go to, and I think I've got it on my channel. If I don't, Mars does on his channel, when he called Bex and then was berating her, threatening her, made her cry, used these really, you know, the tactics that you would find from someone who's in a domestic relationship that utilizes manipulative abuse to get them to do what they want. So, as I highlighted earlier, that is what he does. But now, you know, as I referenced as well, he's going to make this video, which apparently is now going to break down how apparently I manipulate all you people. Because all you people watching, you're all morons, you're all retards. You can't think for yourself. And certainly you've never disagreed with Dave Rose. No, that's never happened before with anybody. He's never fucking been on the outs with any former or current or future co-host. Never. Really. Let's continue.
It's going to take some time, but that'll be coming up later. But just while I got this quick moment, I just wanted to further say, because like every time that I admit...
Also, I'm getting word that apparently Ken will be going live, I believe, at 9 tonight? 9:30 tonight. I don't know what apparently is planned. Could be a converted... maybe a live wire. I haven't seen one of those in a while. But yeah, that's the word I'm getting. So it's only 7:30, so that's only 2 hours from now. But, you know, guys, I can literally part the seas and make a mountain out of a molehill. So I can go all night long. And yes, that's what they, females, all said, obviously. We're not going to be like Scott, who doesn't even know the gender of... who he's sticking his wiener into. But yes, we're going to continue until we decide not to. Simple as that. Oh, I'm getting hawked on. Windows security is telling me I'm getting hawked on. Right. So let's continue to subjugate and humiliate clearly someone who is inferior to me.
To something or take accountability or apologize, it turns into...
I've taken accountability, accepted what I've done, and my videos are there to be reviewed. Simple as that. And are you so stupid? I keep asking that question. I know it's rhetorical, but I must ask it.
That's submissible. Oh, look, he's admitting to it. Oh, I don't give a fuck. That's the thing. This is called taking accountability.
Oh, you stumbled on a word. I'm gonna make an entire video, making fun of you, and then I'm going to play the what's that? Kirby Enthusiasm song, and like it's gonna be funny because I'll just keep using that song, and yeah.
What you guys fail to do, it's not that you're trying to avoid incriminating yourselves. You've already done that. You've already done that.
Tell us more, Sherlock Holmes.
Including you, Dave.
Oh, me.
Saying I'll be dead if I keep fucking around. Now you're going back.
Yeah, because you've been messing with these motorcycle gangs. And also, you're damaging your heart. You got the first stage liver failure. And your obsession, which you claim to not have, is just dragging you into this negative vortex, which is going to expend your, good energy. And you're going to die before me. And I'm going to frame your obituary. I mean, again, is this mathematical equation so difficult to understand? It literally is 1 + 1. It literally is 1 + 1. And we know the answer is 2.
On your words saying, oh, I just mean health conditions. I'm not talking about people coming to threaten and kill them.
Look, I have no control over the people that you've talked shit about in the motorcycle club gangs and all that and whatever. And you talk shit about Malky and all that. None of my business, none of my concern, but I know you've done it because people have talked to me about it. And that's your fault for talking shit about that, for even associating with that. Dude, you claim I'm stupid, but I certainly am not dumb enough to fucking, claim that I have association with groups that I certainly would never fuck with.
Like they do, and leave them comments saying, literally, quote, and I quote, thank you to Dave Rose, we have your address. Yeah, floating in the Glace Bay River. Like, Dave, you're documented with all of this stuff.
Well, that would be factually incorrect. I've never given your address to anybody pertaining to a motorcycle club. Now, if they saw Ken's video, saw that image, which didn't show your own house, and then, pulled the Dave Rose and figured out where you were, I didn't do anything illegal. There you go. Simple as that. But again, you're the one who started the doxing shit in this community. You claim that you did and blah, blah, blah. We know you did. And you try to blame it on Wire and me, but then you started to shift to Wire and Ken. And that's just the funniest concept altogether. But we know that you've started this in the first place.
Associating, talking to people, claiming that you are all this stuff, dude. So it doesn't matter.
Well, you claim that you fought for your country in war. Let's not forget that. You claim to fight for your country, and you serve your country in war. That's called stolen valor. Doesn't matter if you were a member of the Canadian Armed Forces. That was a lie. It was wrong of you to do so morally. You want to claim who can claim moral arbiter? Me. I can. That's right. Right there. And then you failed basic training? Then claimed that you were taking care of suicidal troops? Dude, that's not just pathetic. That's sad. And it's disgusting, really, because of, again, if you really had respect for the Canadian Armed Forces, you would not say those things at all.
Doesn't matter at this point. You can keep on convincing yourself that you never broke any laws all you want, but
I don't have to convince myself. That's what a delusional person like yourself does. I know I haven't. Let's continue.
until we go to court, you're wrong and I'm right.
I'm certainly looking forward to that summons, because I guess maybe that's why you want to find my address so bad. But I think, again, you've been talking with the cops for so long, and they apparently knew where I was. Again, these are your words. But, I'm in Acton or Oakville or Hero. There was one other name that you named a while ago. Regardless, well, then, I would need a summons. And, apparently that's coming. It's coming, bro. It's coming. TikTok, and so forth, like your videos, your previous videos, we're still waiting after 5 years, and all your hollow threats basically show how much of hot air you're full of, and that could explain the chubby cheeks. So let's continue. Well, shout out to Bird, who's really throwing out the emojis. Just for Scunty, actually. That's a present for you, Scunty. Also, I don't remove my my comments or chat, so you'll be able to see this once it renders and so forth. But yes, beautiful rainbow of emojis, I would say. I like the progression in the story. Let's continue.
So if you ever want to go to court or anybody ever wants to press charges on me, the counter charges will come and we'll see who will walk out of there the victor. Until that day, shut the fuck up about the law. Because all you're doing is lying and in denial and saying everybody else breaks it, but you're a great guy that has done no wrong on here. Big difference between you and I. I'm not a coward. I'm a coward.
You are a coward, though. Let's rewind. I do love the insults because I love to break them down and then just reveal the psychology in my lessers. And speaking of lessers, I just noticed in the comments, there's a comment from Travis, TLC, the Chi-Com. And somebody called Vikings Fifth Heart Attack. Well, guess what, fucker? He's still going to survive that one, too. So you can see, the thing is, though, the more you wish hate and death on Vikings, I think it's like, I don't know, some reverse, immortal shit. I don't know. But this guy's not going to die. The more you try to get this guy to die, to wish him to die, Vikings is just going to, grow older and he won't look it. He certainly doesn't look his age right now, but he's just going to, you're just not going to be able to kill him. You're going to create, this immortal monster that's just going to rove the earth in 5000 AD when, there's been several nuclear holocausts, and he's still going to be just going around you can't stop me, fucker. So, and yeah, don't fuck with Vikings. He's certainly statistically he should have been dead. He should have been dead by now, and he's not. In fact, he's stronger than ever. So I think there's maybe he visited some sort of Egyptian tomb, made a deal with an Egyptian god, or found some sort of relic that extended his life. But at this point, this guy's unstoppable. So, you're going to be eventually seeing, Real as Fuck TV episode 2583 or something like that. Because he's just not going to stop. Now, apparently, Travis in this video, in the comments, I'll read this. Again, Travis, read my video. All right, there, Chi-Com. So he says, "Hey, Dave," clap, clap. "I'm just here in Scott's comments. So you're commenting because you listened to me, you coward. Hate coward. Well, hate watcher, coward. Chi-Com. Obviously, no need to... it's redundant to say coward and Chi-Com because it's literally the same thing. And again, keep defending that China doesn't eat dogs there. I'm just here in Scott's comments wondering if you're still bragging about finding people's personal information to use as intimidation. Well, I am bragging about finding people's information, but I don't use it as intimidation. So you're obviously a moron, as, being a Chi-Com is. But again, you fuck around, you find out. You fuck with me, I'll make the necessary effort to find out where you are. And if you try to make threats like Scott did against my life, against my living situation, and obviously that relates to my father, I'm going to do everything within my legal power to show you that you don't fuck around with Dave Rose. And guess what? People will fuck around, and people have found out. It's as simple as that. People have also been very sloppy and think that they can say shit and not deal with repercussions. It's as simple as that. So, no, not as intimidation, as a response to any attempt to violate my rights and endanger my being. Chicon. And then he says, fuck around and find out, right? Well, I just said that now, didn't I? Exactly. Fuck around and find out. And then he says, then prove Seaman and I correct this whole time. What, that you're faggots? That you're a pair of cowards? That just because you're a bunch of fucking pussies who, again, Travis, you showed me photos of a firearm. I won't identify which one, but I'm throwing you under the bus now. How about that? You showed me photos of a firearm that you said, if Simo ever fucks around with me, well, I'm prepared. Look, douchebag, you're not James Bond. I definitely support firearm ownership, proper training, and, castle rights and your ability to defend yourself. But, douchebag, let's be honest, douchebag, you were telling me that you were concerned about Simo. Simo, of all people. Mr. Irrelevant, as the name that, his slave name that he's adopted, which, is courtesy of Nicky Nines. But douchebag, please. Chicom. Oh, I got a firearm. Like, that was the worst OPSEC action that you could ever do. You never show people your firearms. You never admit whether or not you own firearms. You're always ambiguous about that. You must be. And you style yourself after James Bond? Dude, you'd die on your first fucking mission. You wouldn't even get 100, or 10, I should say. Forget the double. So yeah, very, very sad. And, you prove yourself, you proved me correct by showing yourself in Scott's chats multiple times, in his comments, I should say, and continuing to interact with him. And again, I would love to hear what Ken thinks, because as you can clearly hear, there's been a lot of stuff that this motherfucker, fucking Scunty, for the last 24 hours has been talking about, not just me, but Ken. How can you justify that? You can't. That's the answer, Chicom. So let's continue. And by the way, that comment that Travis made was 8 hours ago. That would have to have made it 11:45, maybe, something like that. I was actually working at that point, but hey, what can I do?
Walk out of there the victor. Until that day, shut the fuck up.
Hold on, what was that? What'd you say?
You're wrong, and I'm right. So if you ever want to go to court, or anybody ever wants to press charges on me, the counter charges will come, and we'll see who will walk out of there the victor. Until that...
Oh, victor. Okay, as in the winner.
Day, shut the fuck up about the law.
No, because the thing is, you make a threat. You state a crime. And I pull up the actual criminal act of Canada, and then I start to address all that stuff, and it fits the bill? No, I'm not going to shut the fuck up, you stupid shit. I'm not going to shut the fuck up, because I'm pointing out exactly the illegalities that you're committing. What are you, fucking stupid? Well, yes, I know, and apologies, people, I am not only Canadian, I'm also Slowy. And I keep repeating the same rhetorical question, but I do have to ask that. I think it's more like a steam valve than anything else, or a release valve is the best word to use that, because it's the only way to sort of comprehend, or to move on. I'll never comprehend this level of stupidity, but at least I can, it's sort of like chilling out. It's like, are you stupid? It's like, shh, release that steam, relax a bit, and then continue, because it's this level of stupidity. Honestly, if you were my child, I'd abort you you know, 48 years past your birth. How about that? I don't know what that would be called. The 806th trimester or something. But yeah, I would certainly abort you with a cinder block to the head. Let's continue.
Because all you're doing is lying and in denial and saying everybody else breaks it, but you're a great guy that has done no wrong on here.
I've never said that. And in fact, I've said I'm not perfect.
Big difference between you and I. I'm not a coward. I'm a
You are a coward. That's a fact. We already talked about this. Talk about Bex or others.
Accountable. I can apologize. I like to make things right. You don't.
Mm-hmm.
Big difference between us. That's why you hate me so much.
I don't hate you.
It's like the YR stuff. You said that I admitted to doxing YR. I said the opposite. I actually...
That's bullshit. I have you on record. I reviewed this shit. You said, and you went through the 3 names. I think this is where he talks about this, where he's like, oh, Dave, you were wrong. You got the 3rd name wrong of who I doxed. Literally admitting that he doxed them all. But it's just like, and that is what reminded me earlier in the show to say, oh shit, I forgot about this other person. So now it's actually 4. But let's continue.
Never doxed YR. His info was sent to me, and I think it's wrong info. I think it's past info. His info was sent to me.
By the way, he makes more videos about YR later on. And he ends up addressing this stuff as well. He's like, oh, well, I didn't dox you because I said this address, but that's in a different city because this ticket that you showed this address. And so he's sort of admitting this stuff. He's also going to mention, by the way, and I don't know which video it's in. It might be this one. He mentions that apparently he re-released, because again, this guy's a faggot and a coward. He claims he's not, but we know he is. Of the video, which apparently YR started to jack off with other people on the call, which I said I would review. I don't know which video that is. He said in one of these videos that oh, well, Dave, you haven't reviewed it. He also said the same thing about the Danny MT stuff. You haven't reviewed the Danny MT stuff. He clearly didn't watch my shit. But he says this thing about YR, and quite honestly, if I could find that, I'll fucking review it. No need for the double fuck, sorry. Well, maybe if she needs it, but if someone can find that for me on Scott's channel, send it my way. Yeah, it is abhorrent, but I think it would be something necessary to review, just to remind people of who YR is. But, yeah, he mentions this in one video, and it's just like, how the fuck am I supposed to? I'm not even subscribed to this guy. I'm being reminded, oh, Dave, did you see that he released this video? No, I didn't. Okay, send me the link. Okay, there we go. Oh, there's more videos. Oh my god, look at the number of videos. Oh, I guess I'll just keep this tab open and keep fucking, looking at this shit, preparing for a fucking, diner. But, today we get the power trip. So let's, we're 2 minutes in, 2 minutes, 10 seconds into this 18-minute, 17-second video. So, 'tis what it is, people, and let's continue.
I never once put it out to the internet. Not one time. You guys...
That's bullshit. You admitted that.
Guys have trolled YR, Nikki Nines, and the Goon, and all these people in Dave's chat, which I got documented saying there's new people down in Houston that can come get them. Then you were talking about Dallas. So I got all that documented, though. Right? Right. Now, you want to say that I doxed YR with intent to harm? Wrong again. Never once put...
The whole intention of doxing is the intent of harm. That's the whole purpose.
But it wires information. Never once. Never once, dude. And there'll never be evidence of it because I didn't do it. The worst I've done a wire is
How does this change so much from the fucking previous video that I reviewed where he's like, yeah, I admit it. I did Ken, I did Wire, and I did Davey.
An account of him, wire program, because he was doing a bunch on me. And that's been known. Other than that, if you want to take somebody sending his address to me, which is wrong, by the way.
But then you use it, and that's okay.
And then, hell, we don't even know if his real name is Jacob Props. I think it is. But you want to take that and then coincide it with a clip that's completely separate from that issue of me saying, I'll decapitate Wire and all that stuff?
That's not separate at all, dude. You literally said that that's what you were going to do. You were going to kidnap him. You were going to keep him prisoner for months and torture him, and then eventually you would execute him by having him watch as he got decapitated. These are literally your words. Obviously, I've got a copy of it, and it's also on the evidence marathon. You can't deny that, you fucking faggot liar piece of shit.
And you want to put them together and say that's intent to harm? That's not how that works.
It is how it works. You don't get to dictate to others how it works. Okay, this is what a child does. Well, that's not how it works. Well, it is how it works, and you just don't understand how it works. So, by just stating something, I know you are, but what am I? Doesn't make it true. So you can have your little tantrum there, kid. But the fact is, I'm still right, you're wrong, and stupid. Let's continue.
You guys documented with my address on screen. Literally with a whole chat threatening me. As you guys paint narratives and lie and paint me as this public enemy number one.
I never saw your address posted in any chat, asshole. How about that?
During a bad time in my life when I was a heavy drinker and didn't know how to deal with all the flip-flop and the fakes, the trolling, the bullshit, the harassment. So...
Again, I do have to say that when I, with Tiffany's assistance, was finally able to nail down exactly where he lived at his second spot, I swear to God, it was fucking orgasmic. It was like, all, you know, like, we did it. We did it. Like, we just put the pieces together of the puzzle, and we used our skill. You know, I used my understanding of cartography and the sun and angles, directions of buildings, orientations, and just coordination with other information. Like, it just came together so well. And that night was just, it was just so fucking orgasmic.
Every time that's happened in the past.
And I didn't need to use White Pages or Canada 401 for that there, Scunty. I used my intelligence.
It's been a response. And so with the YR stuff, again, if he ever wants to sue me or press charges, he's so scared of me, go right ahead. I welcome it. I welcome it. For them uttering threats, right? I welcome it. Go right ahead. And then I will countersue with the original video.
No, you won't. You won't countersue. In fact, I don't even know if you know how to that process even works.
Wire from 6 years ago taking a video by a tree in his hometown saying he's in Glace Bay coming to kill me, then further going making Cock McSkin on the Drunk Channel depicting that I was out west in Alberta working on trucks, blah 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 blah, so I can show all that too, and we'll just have a field day in court with all the countersuing. Do you understand how this works yet? I take accountability for anything I've said and done.
No, you don't.
And if you want to press charges, I have something probably in response for you as well called a countercharge. And that goes for each and every single person that plays victim in this.
No, that's not how it works. Because if you make public threats in Canada, what are called prosecutors or the Crown, because they represent the Crown, are responsible for responding to any of these sorts of situations. So, just as an example, if some person decides to stand in the middle of a four-way intersection and they've got an axe and they're constantly swiping at cars that pass by them, they're attacking pedestrians and stuff, the person that calls the cops isn't going to be there in court to defend themselves for reporting this. The cops, due to their duty, will respond to this and say, okay, we have something of a problem. And as such, they will capture this individual, they will charge them, and the Crown will look at these charges and say, yes, we can proceed with prosecution of this individual. There's no need. Yeah, we can interview witnesses, but because the police became aware of this, there's no need for civilians anymore, for any individuals to advise us, other than potentially, witness statements and so forth on how it may have started. We have police officers charged with elevated duty of care to, protect the public trust. They witnessed a crime and they took care of it. And now, as our job as the Crown prosecutors, it is our time now to charge this person. So, Scott, you don't know the law. You sound stupid every time. And I mean every time you try to talk about it. But I do have to say that I do like to play with my prey and make them sound especially stupid, regardless of, whether or not they be a dumb Canadian, a sellout Chi-Com, or a very emotional child who, for some reason, is using the Odd Parents as this, I don't know, sort of relation to me. I mean, like Zoomers, which is the current last generation after millennials. They use a lot of references to Harry Potter, to Pokemon, to this stuff that, again, a normal individual who's matured would have no idea about. And yet they think that they're, they're spicy and stuff. In fact, let's see if I can bring that up, because that was brought to my attention. Because I still didn't get this whole idea of, like, what the fuck is Seaman saying with this whole stupid, I can't even remember the character's name, but this thing with the fucking Fairly Odd Parents. And, let's see if I can find this. It was sent to me somewhat recently, but it just never really made much sense to me. But then again, I'm using normal references when it comes to ad hominems and insults, but yeah, using cartoons and stuff, that's a little too immature, in my opinion. But let me see if I can find this, because I know it's here somewhere. There we go. Yeah, okay, there we go. So, whoops. Try that again. I know that we're interrupting Scunty, but, we do need a break from time to time from the Scuntalicious fuck.
A dinosaur.
So this is apparently, here's, let me just do a little switchity poo. All right, so this is the clip. What's it called? Mr. Crocker compilation. So this is apparently who I am, or who I'm reminding Seaman of. Now, dude, if you're watching these types of gay, like, by this point, these cartoons were fucking highly homosexual and it just plain stupid. But if you were watching this stuff and this is the only thing that you can reference, I mean, shit, you could, why don't you refer to me as Caligula? You could refer to me as all these different individuals in historical terms. If you really want to either make an insult or get a point across, but you're using cartoons, Seaman. You're using cartoons. That alone is fucking pathetic, and it also shows your maturity level, which does make me question this whole pursuit of going into psychology, because, dude, if you can't mature past this point of using cartoons for reference or using Harry Potter or fucking whatever, like, you have the fucking problems here. I can give you historical references, up the wazoo, no problem. I can give you pop culture references too, but that's kind of easy and dumb. But you just, I mean, this is what you've got. This is what you come to me. This is what Travis fucking backs up. Fucking Chi-Com pathetic. What is this stuff? Metal Max. Don't know what this stuff. Oh no, this is the okay, because he linked this video. Okay, I get it now. Whatever. Let's see what he's talking about. Because I still don't fucking get it.
A dinosaur? Extraordinary. No normal child could have access to that type of genetic technology. There's only one logical explanation. Fairy godparents! About fairies! Fairy godparents! Fairy godparents! Thus, the delicious icing on my chance to expose his fairy godparents! Fairy godparents! Fairy finder! Fairy godparents! Fairy godparents! Fairy godparents! Fairies! Fairy godparents! Fairy god...
Where's the lazy eye? There's no lazy eye.
Parents! After all the years of...
This is inaccurate. I can't accept this. This guy should have at least had a lazy eye. Like, what are you talking about?
I finally found proof of the existence of fairy godparents! Real buttercream icing! Was it fairy godparents? Fairies! Fairies! Fairy godparents! Fairy godparents! Fairies! Fairy godparents! Fairy godparents! Fairy godparents! Fairies! Ow! Fairy godparents! Fairy godparents! Fairy godparents! Fairy godparents! Fairy godparents! Fairy godparents! And now I think I'll run a marathon. But first, fairy godparents! Fairy godparents! Fairy godparents!
So yes, that certainly displays the intelligence, or lack thereof, and maturity, or lack thereof, of both Seaman and Travis. Now that's fucking pathetic. If you gotta devolve yourself to utilizing that to reference me, shit, I don't know, use somebody better. I don't know, who's a villain in Hannibal? How about the Hannibal? You could say, you know, something like that. Trying to think of some, you know, famous people that people like to hate. I don't know. Kaiser Wilhelm. I've heard Hitler multiple times. That's kind of getting old. Like anything, but you're using cartoons. That's the fucking saddest thing. Like, seriously, you want to portray a level of maturity. You want to claim that, oh, Dave Rose, he's so stupid. You're using cartoons as reference. That alone should make you want to just pack up and leave, to be quite honest, because that's fucking pathetic. But Latino Heat asks in the chat, is this a Canadian cartoon? No, it's not. This is when Nickelodeon went gay and started making these shows on their channel. And even Ren and Stimpy, which had some very questionable scenes in it, was still end. You know, they also made a music album, and one of those songs, Happy Happy Joy Joy, was accompanied by the San Francisco Gay Men's Choir. Now, I know that because my friend had the actual CD. And when I looked, because I always like to look at the jacket of the music and stuff, when I looked at that and mentioned that to him, we just fucking lost it. Because this certainly was unexpected, but there were innuendos in that show as well. But yeah, even Ren and Stimpy was less gay than what we're seeing here with this show. So again, it needs to be put forward and reminded that if Seaman is going to be criticizing people, especially myself, then he's got to up his game, and he certainly can't be utilizing cartoon references. Pop culture references, that's fine, okay? The older the better, to be quite honest, which would show intelligence and knowledge in the past, which he has yet to do. But cartoons, dude, that's fucking pathetic. So, what do we got? Well, Latino Heat, Nickelodeon was good in the early to late, well, mid to late 90s, but then as soon as 2000 hit, they just went downhill. Also, MTV had some great animated shows back in the late 90s as well. I recommend you check out The Max, MAXX, and it's based on a comic book, which I have almost the entire run. It wasn't that long, but incredible. And the show was just amazing. Really well done, great animation, and certainly a very compelling story. But that's, when there was good stuff. And Samurai Jack, I believe, came around at that point too. A lot of good shows, late 90s on MTV. But let's go back to our topic here. We're talking about sad individuals like Scunty McFuckface. And let's continue to hear what he has to say. The video labeled, "Let me explain it to you like you're 5. Hashtag accountability, hashtag projection, hashtag cowards, hashtag trolls, hashtag justice."
This community, or every person that Dave tries to white knight for, because that's what he's called.
I don't try to white knight for anybody, though. That's the funniest thing. I don't try to white knight for anybody.
Constantly doing these days, and it's usually lies with no evidence and proof, because it's lies. Lie upon lie upon lie. Lying about what my sister told him, lying about tranny stuff, defamation, slander, over and over and over and over.
That would be factually incorrect. And, we've had Tiff on the call in the past where she's admitted that you're lying and that what we heard from your sister was substantially different from what you are trying to convince us of right now. Let's continue.
Over and over and over and over and over. No nudes of Tiffany over and over and over. All the lies and lies upon top of
Wait. Okay. No nudes? Okay, so let's... This is the funniest thing, and it's disgusting, to be quite honest. Okay, we know what's true. We know what's true when it comes to Scunt, okay, and the situation with Tiff. I don't want to go into detail, because we all know what the details are. It's gross, okay? Is Scott postulating that Tiff needs to show the screenshots of her being nude with Scott to prove that he saw them? Again, something that he told me he had screenshotted, that he had saved, and was willing to offer me copies of. Are you kidding me? So if that's correct, right, which we know it is, you would really want her to do that? It's like the whole fappening thing or something. Like, so for example, like several years ago, all these Hollywood stars' nudes got leaked. Apparently it was directly from Weinstein's phone. But, because of Weinstein, he forced people to take photos of themselves nude and to send it to him. So imagine that somebody like Scunn says, "Oh, well, I don't know if that's even you in that photo. You got to go into your phone and send that same nude to me to prove that, in fact, you actually did that. Or post it publicly." You're disgusting. You're fucking disgusting, dude. Do you guys see where I'm coming from here? I know this, like Travis and C-Man certainly don't understand proper logic, but, I mean, I know that a lot of you people do, and it's just... what he's postulating, what he's putting forward, what he's suggesting right now, it's fucking beyond ridiculous.
And every time that there's some kind of piece of evidence, which I'll show you in the clips I will review later, every time there's evidence that Dave's listening to, he deflects.
Okay, well, we could turn that back around you and say, well, we know that you listen at every fucking word. In fact, you're obsessed with the fact when I've got one viewer on one of my gaming streams. Maybe that was just you. Maybe it was you who was watching me That's kind of sad, isn't it? It's like I'm playing my own game. I'm literally talking science and shit, orbital dynamics, all this stuff. Look at the number of viewers. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Just keep talking, because I like that shit. That's my thing. And you're focusing on, look at this. There's one viewer. The viewer's you, Scunty. The viewer's you. So, come on, man. Oh, we got a donation. So let's see what we got and who it's from. Oh, I got an email. Fuck. From somebody else. Jeez Louise. I didn't see that. Damn it. That's a time-sensitive message. I'm going to have to kick my email provider in their ass. So, fuck. That pisses me off. I should have attended to that email. All right. Well, we got a donation. No message, no name. But I appreciate your donation. I think that they appreciate the fact that I'm addressing this obvious injustice, this clear crime, and the shittiness of what is known as Scunty. So let's continue. And thank you for the donation.
He deflects to
In fact, what I'll do... Can I do this on this one? Might as well. Actually, can I? Yeah, I'll do something special for you later. Let's just keep going.
Their story, or he acts like a child and says, well, I'll just frame your obituary. How about that? That's how he reacts to hearing himself be exposed. Or me showing you guys another lie that he has told with proof. That's how he responds, by deflecting, because he knows that most of you are stupid enough to follow him because of your hatred for me. It's...
Okay, that's a great way. That's a great way to win over. Here you go. Here's your donation screen. I'm going to actually fix that, but let's try that once more. There you go. A true American. That really just, what Skunt just said, really should wake you up, or at least keep you aware. He views you all as retards, so it doesn't matter whether or not you understand where he's coming from. You're the retard. You're easily manipulated, which means that, by sort of, inflection here, or inference, I should say. Apologies, Scunty. He's basically indicating that he'll be able to manipulate and control you too, as long as he gives you the information that he views as correct. But you're all fucking morons. You're all fucking retards, every single one of you that are watching right now. So you're clearly easily manipulated. And you need a savior like Alvin and the Chipmunks to come save you. So, let's go back to the screen and let's continue to listen to this insanity.
Really wild shit. And I can't wait to show you guys the video of all the clips I got later.
Do it. Do it.
It's going to take some time, like I said.
Strike me down. I know you want to. Do it, Skywalker.
But, once again, this is what they can't stand. Is me moving on, making amends with people.
This is just so fucking stupid. You can't stand me moving on, but I keep coming back. Oh my God.
Apologizing to people. They can't stand the fact that they know that they're guilty. They will never take accountability.
Guilty of what? Of knowing the law? Well, that's not a crime. But guilty of making people cry, breaking them online? Still not a crime.
They hate that with all of their heart. But I'm here to show...
You're mispronouncing it, Mon. It's called hurt. What's in your chest right now? It's your hurt, Mon.
You guys the reality of all these situations. And showing you who the real pussies are. Who the real cowards are.
And yet you're facing a total number of people that disagree with you, so are they all that? Wow, you're so pathetic. I mean, I'm running out of jokes. Honestly, I'm running out of jokes that I can make. I know that they're too high above his head, but I want to make fun of this, but it's just, at this point, it's just fucking sad. It's just like, keep fucking wanting to be part of something that nobody wants you a part of. Your solution would basically be like, oh, well, everyone has to leave this community. And then you're left alone, and you're like, yeah, man, I won. I was right. First of all, you wouldn't be. Then, it's like, well, then you're not producing anything. You'd fucking throw out Joe Cronin from the community. And then nothing's happening. You'd be like, yeah, I won. And then everyone else would go to another community and be like, oh, I want to be part of that. Meanwhile, you could just start your own community. Now, you're going to try to tell this to other people. But I've already done this in the past, as have many other people. And again, you could easily do it yourself. But that's, explains your cowardice. That you can't just step away and say, okay, these people clearly don't want me around. And I know I'm so good that I can start my own community. You can't do that.
And that third name that you always forget there, David, was Old Man Davy. And everybody knows.
Well, yeah, I talked about this, yes. But the fact is, there was also Tony's lady. So that's 4 now. So now I'm never going to forget. We got 4. And I'm almost certain something's itching at my brain that's telling me there's more, Dave. There's more. And I know there's more, but I just can't bring it, I got to get those old, tape style cartridges to be inserted into my computer brain and pull that stuff up. I'm a dated computer, but I still work. But I know there's more, dude. And plus, we've heard you threaten fucking Bex and shit, dude. And knowing her address and all that shit. Like, come the fuck on.
The reason why I found his 411 public information and put it out there. Anybody's info I've ever put out there. By the way, we've since...
Oh, so now you've put people's information out there. Got it. I thought you didn't dox anybody, but now you're admitting that you did. Gotcha. Gotcha, bitch.
Got over, like, after the fact, me and Davey worked together for a year in Drama Club, like, after all that. So that's all bygones.
No, it's not.
That can never be submissible again.
Of course it can.
And even if that was the case, and if it was, it would be because obviously Davey threatened to cut my head off, and I'm literally just looking up people's 411 public info to say, hey, I know you.
Oh, so is this that intimidation that Travis Chicom LC was talking about? Is that what it could be? Again, love to hear what Ken would think about this in regards to what Travis is doing, associating with a known criminal. But yeah, Scunty, please continue. I said, Scunty, please continue.
This is who you are, right? You threatened me, like Tony, when he threatened me with the mafia, and then he's driving under the influence going...
I don't ever remember Tony threatening you with the mafia. I do remember he said that he had... what is it? He was related to Bulger? Whitey Bulger? That's all I remember him saying. I remember hearing about any sort of associations or operations, moonshining or fucking drug run. I don't remember any of that shit. All I remember is that he said that and many people laughed at him and said, oh, I don't believe you, blah, blah, blah. But that's the only thing I remember about anything mob-related.
Down the fucking road and his girlfriend screaming. It's like, okay, this is who your girlfriend is, bro. This is your life. This is who you are as a person.
So it's my job as the morality police to tell you what you gotta do, man. You endangered your girlfriend, man.
The fuck out of here.
This is what you get for threatening me. So
this is what you get for threatening me. I doxed your girl. I identified your location, her full name, her work.
Okay. Okay, are we getting it here, people? Are we getting it?
So everybody knows, I know who you are. This is your life. This is how you are as a person.
I would, that kind of contradicts the whole, well, not contradicts, but more puts into question the whole statement from Chi-Com TLC there. Intimidation? What do you call this? What do you you're very selective, trying to save face, typical, Chi-Com move. But yeah, trying to save face when you're associating with evil. But Chi-Com's got a Chi-Com.
Because you threatened me, so now everybody knows who you really are, so you're not going to continue to threaten me as a troll. Any troll that threatens me or does this shit to me, or starts it, that's what I'm going to do. Find your public information.
Oh.
And say, hey, this is who you are. That is not illegal. That is not doxing with the intent to harm either.
You do that publicly, by the way. I don't. But then you claim that what I do is illegal, but what you do is not? There's a big difference between what you and I do, Scunty. I remind people that I am the most intelligent man in the community, despite on how much it bunches up their fucking panties. But look at what I've done. Look at what I've accomplished, and look at my capabilities. When focused, I get it done, and I accomplish the mission. Fuck around and you find out. Exactly, Travis. That's how it works. You put me to task, he tasks me. Again, Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan. He tasks me. And I shall respond. Okay, you're dealing with fucking Kanunian Singh. Okay? But this time around, I'm not going to die from the Genesis torpedo. Point of the matter is, regardless of the pop culture references, is that this should be extremely evident. I shouldn't have to go into detail on this. But since we're here, and since I know that we got a lot of hate watchers out there who are, now participating in my patented weight loss program where they watch me and they burn that fat off from the hate that's generated in them from the true emperor. We got obviously things that we can continue to talk about. Latino Heat in the chat says, did this fuck say his posting public information isn't doxing? Yes, Latino Heat. Yes, he did. He said exactly that. So he looks them up, then he attempts to intimidate them, and then, he posts them publicly. He reveals them on his streams publicly. And we know that there's intent behind the action. As such, the intent is ill-willed, falls in line with cyber harassment and what is called doxing, and is a criminal act. Now, to not be able to understand that is beyond my comprehension. I'm not the retard wrangler like fucking Seaman is, okay? Again, to be quite honest, there was a time where those of genetic deficiency were removed from society before they entered it. Okay? And, if you support a woman's right, according to Planned Parenthood, then that attitude should still remain the same. Because that's exactly their policy as well. So show your hypocrisy when it comes to that. Respond to my statement. I've given you two paradigms which you will fail at. Riddle me this, for I am the Riddler. Now, back to the chat. It's Bullsy says, Latino. Well, he's looking people up. He says they are public, but he's making them public. Bingo. And this started with Scott. Okay, this started with Scott. Now, Scott will continue to say, and I believe in future episodes that he released, he says it started with, and I talked about this earlier in the show, says it started, in the most recent stuff, he said it started with YR and Ken. But in the past, he's actually said it started with YR and me. Regardless, he said that YR was one of the people that started to do this shit. Absolute fucking bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. This started literally with episode 100 of Monetize This. That is when Scott went psycho and literally said, all bets are off, you're all fucking done, bye, and then decided to go fucking crazy. He started it. And yes, were there some people in the community that made a mistake and actually had somebody's phone number up or address up or whatever by accident? Yes. What did they do? Delete the fucking video entirely. Apologize profusely. Attempt to reconcile. But clearly, well, this call threw me kind of off, but okay, now I lost my train of thought entirely. Okay, someone who I haven't talking to in, oh, he just disconnected. Okay, well, thank you for interrupting my, I was going to take a call. But I was building up to the point to say that someone I haven't talked to in quite some time, but again, I am a benevolent ruler. Not no longer the current emperor, but benevolent ruler. And, oh, there he's calling again. So he's arriving at my chateau, dressed in rags as always. But benevolent as I am, it's YR.
Yeah, sorry about the disconnection there, Wi-Fi. But quickly, because you're on a roll here, I'm glad the power trip's back. And, I've been doing a little streaming on Scunt too. Nothing like you could do, obviously. But you're right on. Obviously, he's...
Yeah, and you got fucking 12 videos made of your fucking stream, which you took down. I mean, like, just doing your video stream alone literally has him fucking obsessing, which he claims he doesn't, over you and making fucking 12 videos in a fucking row.
And then he made like a couple of 30-minute, 45-minute ones. And if you,
well, that's the one I'm reviewing
that audio
right now.
Let me know, because,
No, it's not the one.
If you ever need any of that audio,
Which audio?
Well, he has like in the past 48 hours, past couple days, he's done 3 30 to 45-minute videos each. At least 2 of them for sure, but there's a lot there. If you scroll back to like, where it says 20, it might say 18 hours
I've
ago.
reviewed some stuff. I mean, I've reviewed some of that.
You have to go back
so.
because I didn't start off. I just saw you were live, and then.
Well, you probably haven't been watching because I've reviewed a fair bit of his stuff that he's done in recent days, which is why he's responded with making so many videos as of late, not just on me, but on Ken and even Festlove, and now, well, because you made a video today, he makes 19 videos to respond to it. So.
Well, what was very alarming is he pretty much admitted that you just reviewed that he puts out the information, he collects information. It started like a year and a half ago when I said, when we caught him with, my address, Ken's address. I think it was someone else's.
He admitted to making accounts that he went and the accounts had the address in its name. And then he fucking starts to write into the chat. So it's like, obviously you see the address because it's the name, and then you see whatever comments being left. And then he's admitted that.
He absolutely was the first in the community to break the fourth wall of the private info.
He started it.
He started it, guys. Like, Dave's right. Look, I know bullshit happened in the last month or whatever, but look, I'll fucking have Dave's back or be on Dave's side, over Scott any fucking day.
Yeah,
that's
we'll
why
see.
I have to call in. I mean, I have to call in and state that.
Till C-Man tells you, heal, boy, heal.
No, I mean, look, people already pissed off at me that I, probably called in here. But look, when it comes to Scott,
yeah, I'm sure you get a real spanking from C-Man and Travis.
No. When it comes to Scott, though, he's...
Yeah, well, the fact is that it's been going on for long enough, and everyone knows the truth. Wire didn't start the doxing. Ken didn't start the doxing. I certainly didn't start the doxing. Correct. And again, none of us, I don't think, have ever doxed. I know Ken hasn't. I know I haven't. I don't know about you there, bud. But I'm just going to go on the safe side and say you haven't. Regardless, is that we know that Scott has. He's admitted it. I've reviewed it.
And then he doubles down recently, as of yesterday, today, with saying that, yeah, well, I did it this once, or I did it,
Yep.
I just
Yep.
haven't
Even in this clip, he's like, "Well, I kind of did this." It's like either you did or you didn't. You can't. This is the same video, dude. I haven't changed videos. It's 7 minutes in. He's gone from saying I've never doxed anybody to, well, kind of I did. Like, what a fucking piece of garbage.
He is the lowest of the low. He really is.
Look, it's not wrong to say I look forward for his demise, because then I'll have his obituary framed. There's nothing wrong with that, morally, spiritually, or legally.
Well,
I'll
I'd love
never
if
be
you would-
made to feel like that's a bad thing, ever.
Well, I'd love for you to send me that obituary. I'll get some T-shirts made.
No, I'll
too.
make the T-shirts.
You'll make the design.
I'll make a deal with an American so that they can sell the T-shirts. It's cheaper than sending them from Canada. But regardless,
Yeah.
is that obituary isn't just going into fucking frames, people. It's going on T-shirts. It's going on fucking belt, title belt side plates. It's going fucking on tattoos, dude.
Worldwide.
And he
coffee
can
mug.
hate it all he fucking wants, but I can guarantee you, whether it be fucking a Wandi there in Dubai, whether it be even Shid there in the UK, could be fucking me in Canada, could be you in fucking the US, it could be, I don't know, somebody in South America. The moment this guy dies, we're going to be fucking dancing. We're going to be recording ourselves. We're going to be laughing, streaming that shit, and we're going to be fucking celebrating. And there's nothing nobody can tell me, A, to make me feel guilty, B, to make me feel wrong, or C, to somehow say, wrongly, that this is immorally incorrect. I am justified in my action, and I will see justice.
Yeah.
Vengeance is God's, but justice is ours.
And no one can do shit about it because, look, this has been an interesting fucking year so far in the community, but at the end of the day, we know that Scunty is a no-go, and even Joe Cronin won't even bring him on his show, for Christ's sakes, anymore.
Yeah, that
And
should
he's
send a
bringing
message
other-
to him, but he wants, no, I want everyone else to leave this community. It's like he wants everyone else to leave. It's going to be just him. He's like, I won one, but where is everyone? Why is nobody my friend? It's like, you just can't start your own community, you fucking puss? Of course not, because nobody likes you. And I don't like to use that term because it's what a lot of the kids use, like, oh, nobody likes you, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, I don't give a fuck if nobody likes me, but you care about that affirmation. Again, I talked about it earlier. This guy's so desperate to be acknowledged. It's sad.
And it is, and just by, obviously we go off what he says, blah, 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 but just by the action of, he can't do like you do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hour shows, right? This guy has to do 45 different videos because it's so manic. It's all over the place.
Yep.
It's like, he really needs, and seriously, this is not no joke. Like, people could say what they say about the alcoholism, but he needs some type of medication for bipolar, something like that, mood swing, something like, seriously.
I don't think he went to rehab. I think he went to detox. So all it did was really, and many people said this, is that all it did was just detoxify his system so he got the alcohol out of it and all the other whatever else he had in there.
Yeah.
But, rehab, which stands for rehabilitation, means to address what is it that caused your obsession in the first place. Because people are going to, inevitably, if they're an addict, they're going to replace one addiction with another. Now, this is actual psychological talk there, Seaman and fucking Travis. But the fact is that, he is addicted. Not to alcohol and drugs per se, but he's addicted to attention, and the internet is his conduit.
And we need to not forget, ladies and gentlemen, that, I think he'd be forgetting what he did in the past. Either that or he's lying.
No, actually both. I have to say both, because there's times in the stuff that I've been reviewing where literally he is clearly forgetting, stuff that he admitted. Remember the stuff like, oh, I didn't ban Tony, and then literally I air the videos like, well, and then he responds, well, I guess I did ban Tony.
Yeah,
So many times where he's forgotten the shit that he's done. And yeah, I could be under the influence of alcohol, but that doesn't matter because I have never excused myself. This guy's like, oh, take accountability. It's like, I've been drunk and stoned numerous times, forgotten shit,
yourself. You
come
gotta
back,
control
listened,
yourself.
said, holy shit, I was wrong. I admit it. I apologize.
Well, you drinking compared to him drinking, like, it's different. You know how to control yourself, number one.
No,
And
apparently
you're-
I don't. Apparently I'm an absolute fucking drunk. I can't just drink beer, fucking, low alcoholic beer. Well, 5%, I don't know if it's low alcoholic, but
that's
it's
still
just, to me, it's just, I nurse that shit, dude. Just take my time. I'm not fucking chugging this shit like college kids with their Bud Light. Like, look at, I drank 2-4. Yeah, and all that shit tastes like water. I don't give a fuck. But I nurse my fucking beers. I drink them along the way because it's like water. I'm certainly not fucking getting tased by 6 cops. I'm certainly not fucking calling up, police departments, wasting their time and threatening other people. So, yeah, I think there's a big difference between me and Skunt.
Well, I was talking about, like, the drinking thing, like, because he says he I guess he's like the Mr. Christian, better than everyone guy. I mean, he puts fucking drink.
He's a paganist because he addressed this in one of the videos that he made, which I will eventually review, which talks about you. Also, Ken is going live in less than an hour, so we're gonna have to get as far as we can.
All right, here, go.
But
finish up.
yeah, he gets mad that you point out, and I pointed this out too. But I think it was because you pointed it out on your video. But yeah, you can't be sort of interspersing symbols, religious symbols like that, and think that, oh, well, I'm perfectly fine, but I can believe in this and I can believe in that. It's like, so that you have no faith. You don't believe in anything, really. I mean, that's really what it is, right? I mean, if you don't believe in one thing, you don't believe in anything, right?
Exactly. Like, if you're a Christian, it's God or nothing. Jesus is the way, the truth, like, it's one. It's all one. The Trinity, God, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus. It's all one. It's all about Him. Like, no luck. When people say good luck, no, it's really like God's doing all the work. God's making it all happen. If that's what you believe, and blah blah blah. It's no luck, because luck goes into the Buddhism shit and the Oriental religion.
But he picks and chooses. That's the thing, is that he picks and chooses as to what is he's selective. So, what fits his narrative. Like, oh, well, you got to be repentful here, but you've got to also be vengeful here, and you got to do this. No, but you're mixing that shit up. You got to at least choose one,
And I'll get on his ass every time he brings up the Christian stuff, because listen, everyone knows
it's an act and it's a sham. It's totally fake. I don't believe it for one fucking second. He thinks that he can post up, Jesus on his banner on his YouTube and stuff and talk about religion. He doesn't know anything about religion. He doesn't know anything about history. He doesn't know anything about theology. He cannot debate religion.
And real quick, I'll leave with this fact, and then I'll listen to the show and stuff. But people's never really, you see drawings of Jesus, blah, blah, blah. I mean, really, back in the day, people do say he had a Caesar haircut, not this long hair stuff. I mean, that's what I hear. I mean, who really has seen Jesus and can tell us?
Well, we know one thing. The scriptures certainly didn't say that he had chubby chipmunk cheeks.
Yeah, and they're saying, like, he's saying, like, Scott's saying, like, gay stuff. It's not a problem being gay and Christian. Like, have you heard of Sodom and Gomorrah? Read that story.
Yeah, exactly. Have you heard about fucking Romans? I mean, this is the picking and choosing of somebody who clearly does not know scripture.
Nothing about the Lord. But Power Trip, brothers, I'll be listening, and I'm surprised you took my call, but hey, Scott is the number one piece
I
of
am a forgiving emperor.
Yes. Got to do what's best, got to do the right thing. So, Kansas Live an hour, that'll be exciting, Dave. Appreciate your work. And people are probably pissed off at me, but you know what? I'm going to do what I want and call into who I want, give my opinions. And, I stand with Dave on the Scott stuff. Obviously I'll have my opinions on Scott, call him out, but hey, that's what we're going to do. He gets talk shit and lie about everyone in this community, then, we're just going to go right back at him. More content donations for us, right, Dave? You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
All right, brother. Thank you.
All right, there goes Wire. So, let's get back to this bumpers.
That is literally me taking my legal stance against these people. Unlike you, Dave, who when Marvin asked you, oh, here comes Dave wanting to dox somebody again, you say in the chat, well, that's because it works. You literally used it for intimidation tactics like you did with Travis, intimidating his job. And like today, I had to pull over from work and bend the knee to you because you were threatening my job.
So, are you admitting that you bent the knee? I also didn't threaten your job, but are you admitting you bent the knee? Because this is the first time I'm hearing that you admitted that you bent the knee. So let's hear that again. I'm gonna have to probably record that clip and then just play it over and over as I stroke myself to ejaculation.
You literally used it for intimidation tactics like you did with Travis, intimidating his job. And like today, I had to pull over from work and bend the knee to you because you were threatening my job. Right?
Excellent. You've admitted it, finally, after 3 years. Scanty has admitted that he bent the knee to the Emperor.
Because of everything we do on here to have fun on YouTube, but Dave can't have fun because he's a miserable.
I had fun today earlier when I fucking finally landed on the moon, despite massive amounts of engineering failure, which I still haven't figured the fuck out, which also pisses me the fuck off. But I made it to the moon, and I'm happy. So, I have fun. Let's just have fun. That's the clip that pissed you off right there. I know that, I'm not a fan of repetition, but I am a fan of subjugating my lessers. And if that requires me to go against my usual preference of repeating myself, well then, let's do it. I know you're watching there, Scanty. Let's just have some fun. Let's just have some
Fuck. He says he has fun. He convinces some of you that he has fun in karaoke nights or plays games.
Absolutely. Again, I play my games, one viewer, I'm still fucking having fun. I'm talking science, doesn't matter how many people are there. Today, it went from 1 to 5 constantly. There was points where I was talking some, intricate science stuff. One person viewing. Perfectly fine. I'm not offended. I know it's not everyone's deal, but that's not stopping me from talking about the intrinsic nature of spaceflight. Because I love that shit. This is the difference between me and you, Scanty, is that I can literally have fun with nobody around. You're the lonely little boy, just like your sister told us, that needs attention and affirmation and somebody to, I guess, affirm your worth. But I could play alone and have fun doing so.
Yeah, it's all an illusion because his real fun comes from the sociopathic fucking attacking and lying of people and doing drama.
No, that's separate. That's separate. I enjoy, doing my own shows, playing alone, all that stuff. Cool. But I do take a special pleasure in humiliating and embarrassing people like you, Scanty, with your absolute idiocy. But that is a separate thing altogether. That's more of a sadistic joy, if anything.
6 hours a day.
I thought, what happened to 45 hours a day? I thought I was fucking rocking the block with the 45 hours and 24 hours stream. So, I thought it was good.
I don't know when you guys are going to understand that. When a guy says he's unrepentant all the time and says...
It means that he is correct, my friend. It means that he knows who he is. He is a man. In fact, he's a man's man. That is what bothers such infantile individuals such as yourself, is that when one will not bow down, will not repent, you'll see a true man, a man who stands by his convictions, a Mr. Consistent, if you will. Yet, with that statement alone that I just said, I've just emasculated dozens of these pussy-ass fucks in this community. It should be understandable to most. There are some that are dumb enough to not understand, but to the ones that matter more than the dumber ones, and you know who you are, that should have immediately gotten the point across. You can deny it, ignore it all you want, but here I am, back again. Well, I never left, but, you know, that kind of rhymes, but let's continue.
Is the things that Dave is saying, and then he goes and talks about God, that he's merciful. Oh, I don't hate you, Scott. Like, are you kidding me? Listen to the stuff that he says, bro. It's not because
God gives glory to the righteous. You don't seem to understand that.
he's trying to trigger me. He believes some of this.
I've already have. I mean, shit, look at the videos that we reviewed when I simply talked about the emojis yesterday, and then people really took off there in the chat, started to talk about emojis and then use them, and then you make a video with all those emojis in the comment and say that you're not triggered when in fact you are. So, kind of sounding like a liar here there, Scunty.
This shit. It's sociopathic behavior, and we all know he has superiority complex.
What you're displaying is psychopathic behavior. So, you can call me sociopathic if you want. It's false. But, okay, if we can walk through this. I'm always willing to walk through these theories. Okay, fine. I'm sociopathic. I'm not psychopathic. I don't threaten people and their lives, their jobs, their living conditions. I don't do that. So, even if that assessment was correct, which we know is not, even if we're going to walk it through, okay, you are still the more dangerous individual, the one who's dangerous to himself and others in, you know, his surroundings than I am. So, there you go. Disproved. Shout out to Leaping Lizard, really keeping the chat live with this beautiful display of these emojis, which are causing an emotional response. There we go. In the one and only Scunty, who's now rocking back and forth in the fetal position there in Glisby. Certainly reminding him that simple pictures triggers a moron. Let's continue.
Complex issues and all this stuff. It's not just a character. Man, this is why they hate me, folks. This is why they hate me. This is why they gotta try so hard to pull me down.
Nobody's trying hard to pull you down. Literally, I review some of your shit. Bullsy reviews some of your shit. I don't think anybody else really is, but, well, there was Liar. That's it, really. And that's pulling you down. Even mentioning you in passing without mentioning your name, that's pulling you down. You're pathetic, dude.
All I'm doing is pointing out the obvious. And of course...
Here, I'll do one for you. Dave Rose is an asshole. You hear that? Nobody gives a fuck. Okay? Everyone knows it. Let's continue.
The zombies hate that too. But that's demons for you, folks. People get possessed.
Everyone that disagrees with me is a demon mon. Dude, you're the one that had this demonic possession there in the church when you were whatever. Like, dude, come on.
I don't care if you don't believe it. It is real. It is real. These people are possessed. So, whatever, man.
Not whatever, because you keep going on.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it really is, man. And that's the first thing the police say, too. Oh, really? You had a fight with somebody online? Oh, he's made threats against each other? Did you...
Make threat... You fucking white trash piece of shit.
Try to apologize and move on? Yeah, yeah. And every time I document that, there's a reason for it, because that's what the police keep saying. Did you try to apologize and move on? You know, you guys should really.
Did you try? What kind of cop says, did you try to apologize and move on? Are you fucking kidding me? What kind of fucking soft cops they got there, man? What the fuck? Did you try to apologize? Like, what is this, fucking second grade?
Handle this as yourself, as adults, not doing drama online. I agree, police officer. I agree, officer, you know?
Yeah, but I also agree I'm such a pussy. I can't let it go, and I just can't let these people say this stuff.
Like me and Himmel did when I apologized and he accepted it 3 years ago, and that's over with now. Goodbye, right? Chili TJ, same thing. Goodbye. I took accountability.
Wait. Just a reminder, people. Both of those individuals, Brian Himmelfarb and Chili Cheese J, were addressed by Scott as pedophiles. We know this is absolutely false. Scott later came out and admitted that he said so only out of a desire to cause harm. Again, there goes intent. There goes your explanation about not, knowing the law, because clearly you don't. There goes your intent, okay, clearly on display, Scunty. But you intended to cause them both harm by labeling them pedophiles. And that is on record. So, you want to counter? I'll counter-sue you. Good luck. With the money that fucking Himmelfarb has, good luck trying to counter-sue him. Because you'll end up having to pay the bills of both law teams, and then some sort of settlement with the defendant. Are you really this stupid with the law? Clearly you are.
Sorry, goodbye, right? Move on like adults do.
Move on. I know that Ken and Dave haven't talked about me in 2 weeks, but somebody mentioned the drunk in their stream, and it must have been about me. I didn't hear the whole thing, but oh my god! And I'm gonna have to make 20 videos in the next 18 minutes on them, and how dare they not move on? You fucking shit.
Are you ever going to apologize to anybody, Dave? No, because you're...
I actually have apologized. Actually, the most recent apology was to Victor. So, and I've apologized to other people in the past, obviously. It's not a common thing because, guess what? I'm not commonly wrong. That's just an absolute fact. But, actually, one of the most famous ones, I guess, would probably be the one where I called into Ken's show. I called into Ken's show, and then Cronin called in, asked if I was there. He wanted to start shit with me because I sailed away. I think there was the 10th sail away. And he was like, "Hey, Dave there?" Oh, and then he, tried to start shit and all that crap. And, I apologized to him. He's like, "Oh, I didn't expect that." But there's that. There's been many a times. There's been times where I called in to monetize, where I was on monetize, I should say. And I admitted that I was wrong, and I blew Leo away. She's like, "I didn't expect you to admit that you're wrong." I'm like, "Well, you're a woman who's emotional, and clearly you're not that intelligent. But the fact is that, yes, I can do that." So we've got that. We've got a lot of evidence that shows Mr. Consistent is consistent. But let's continue.
You're in denial. You think that you do no wrong. Really, Dave?
No, I never said that at all. However, I am righteous, and God favors the righteous.
Or is it because you want to be like Conor McGregor? Apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. I'll just keep being a piece of fucking trash.
I do love that line, though. The double champ doesn't apologize. Sorry, what was the line? You know what? At this point, I'm gonna have to find it, because if you're gonna bring it up, I've got to be able to say it right. So, bear with me here while I bring up a popular culture reference. I'm gonna take a call now from It's Bullseye.
Yeah.
What's up?
I just wanted to point this out. Like,
Yes, please
remember I believe 2 days ago, you did episode 90 Drama Diner where you reviewed Skunt. I called in because he wanted to talk about how I was groomed. He's trying to
Yes.
argue me about slander. He makes 2 more videos about me. Notice, it's not him deflecting or even diverting. It's just him making videos about me being supposedly lost and about my face. What does that tell you?
Obsession over your physical appearance, which is kind of gay.
Yeah, that's one thing. Another thing is, usually when you say something, he usually kind of, jumps and beats around the bush, but the videos he made wasn't even beating around the bush. He knows what I said, but he completely avoids it.
Yep.
So it's just like, oh. So this is when I'm directly talking about Skunt. Any other time he makes a video on me, I'm not really directly talking about him. He's just like, "Whoa, you're talking about me, man. Ooh." It's not like that.
Yeah,
but I wasn't.
a total assumption. Total assumption. Like, you could be talking about somebody else. No, he assumes that you're talking about him.
Yeah. This time, he doesn't argue about slander. He just fucking goes for the lowest hanging fruit. Lost boy!
Yep.
That's a common reference, and it's one of the lowest hanging fruits you can shoot for me.
Oh, he got lost in a city that he was never at, so we can make fun of him. Meanwhile, we can make fun of Skunty for fucking his lies, for his fucking crying on air. Bullseye really hasn't done anything close to Skunty level to even warrant that, but Skunty has, and we certainly can laugh at that fucking patheticness.
And the greatest thing about that is Tony shows up in one of his comment sections of a video about me being lost. You're going, well, at least I had a good time with Simo there. Brother, I sent you to Twitch.
Exactly. And that's where he talks his shit despite saying, oh, I only talk drama on YouTube. No, you don't. You talk it on your fucking Twitch because nobody's watching you there anyways.
Yeah. And the best thing about it is, one of my streams, he shows up in my chat going, I wouldn't watch you if you were the last thing on earth, but you're in my chat. So what does that tell you?
Exactly. You got nothing better to do than go to somebody who apparently only has one viewer, because that's the same thing with Sky. It's like, oh, you got one viewer. It's like, but you're watching me, dude. You kind of defeat that whole purpose there.
So you hate watching a person you don't want to watch.
I don't hate Watchmon. I don't hate Watchmon. Meanwhile, we know he hate watches.
Yeah. He pretty much just, shoots himself in the foot by saying, what a watch.
Dude, every time he opens his mouth, he fucking just shoots a bazooka to his fucking leg.
Yeah. And he's sitting there going, whoa, you're contradicting yourself. You're saying you watch me. And I didn't even watch the video until... Yeah, it's something like that.
You just literally projected with what you just said.
Like,
he's that unaware. It's true. He is that unaware. He doesn't know anything about logic, about critical thinking. And then when it's pointed out to him, he gets mad. And he's like, well, you don't know about that stuff, man.
Well, I just kind of elaborated, like on episode 90, of how I know and he doesn't know pretty well. And he just goes to the low-hanging fruit, I guess. But you just have to point these things out to him.
Well,
and
no,
you'll know
but when you do, he still gets mad because you've pointed out his hypocrisy. So then he's going to make some sort of excuse to come at you at some other way. But, you respond to him in kind, and he gets embarrassed and exposed and gets mad. And as such, has to take up a new tactic in an attempt to try to make himself or mitigate how bad he looks, i.e. lower, how badly he fucking looks.
I don't think there's no recovery for him anyway, but he still tries.
Well, that's the best part. That's the best part. He's the gift that keeps on giving because he's so inept. He's so oblivious that regardless of how bad he's made to look and exposed, he's going to keep fucking putting out these videos. And every time he does, it's very easy to expose him, to, decapitate his argument, to deconstruct his method of, lies, if you want to call it that. And, it doesn't matter how much he comes out with. It could be you, it could be me, it could be Nikki Nines, it could be Ken, it could be anybody. Literally, it could be YR, like he did today. You take the shit that he does, and you just literally let it play. You pause it when you need to and be like, wow, this guy's retarded. And then you continue to literally dissect and decompose his fucking argument. And it's not difficult, but it's certainly fun, in my opinion. And people seem to like it because that's why they're here.
Obviously. I mean, it's kind of a great example on episode 90. I mean, all you're doing is just kind of making fun of him at this point right now.
Yeah, it's fun to do, and it's easy to do. You know, if you're gonna, if you're good at something, you might as well do it well.
I mean, the only gain from it is he just makes more videos, but he'll do that.
Well, exactly. It's the gift that keeps on giving. And yes, granted, he'll do it regardless if I do anything. But when I do make a video or somebody else does, like yourself, it just accelerates that whole thing. And, we get more videos quicker, and we got content that we can review. And, it's content. Yeah, okay. But guess what? Every time we make a video and review that shit, we embarrass you. So why aren't we going to fucking do it just for a fucking laugh?
Well, the best thing about that is, to me, is that he's still going at Ken, and Ken hasn't touched drama in quite a while now.
Yep. It shows the obsession. He keeps saying, you're obsessed. No, Scunty, you're obsessed. You're obsessed with Ken. And there's a different reason why he's obsessed with me. I'm not, I'm unrepentant, I should say, about the fact that I will frame his obituary. There's nothing wrong with that morally, legally, or any other way, spiritually. And factually, it's just really what's going to happen. And he doesn't like it, as do many other faggots out there in the community. Apparently, they don't like the fact that I know math, and I know that this guy's going to die before me, and that I take pleasure in the fact that I can frame his obituary and then potentially sell it off as a t-shirt. But, he's perfectly fine with literally threatening to decapitate YR, for example, making him watch himself as he gets decapitated. I believe he's made threats against you, physical-wise, Bullseye.
Well, you reviewed that, actually. You did review that on Drama Emperor Episode 4.
Okay. Well, see, the problem is that it's so often that at one point it just becomes so overwhelming to remember every single incident. It's, we know that this guy has a record, and he's displayed it, and thankfully I've put it on the record. But it's difficult to remember every single little thing he did. And, the evidence marathon is great, but there's so much more that he's done. And a lot of people want to ignore that, despite the fact that he, to this day, continues with this bullshit.
One of my favorite statements from the evidence marathon from Skunt is that he says, "I'm going to sit with my lawyers and defend myself." Ooh. You're going to bring your lawyers and some police officers to listen to your fucking bullet.
It was going to be like a war room. Like, everyone's going to be there organized, and 8 a.m. in the morning, the coffee's ready, the donuts are there. They're all monitoring the computers and shit. It's like, okay, the marathon's going live. We got to monitor this. As soon as he makes the wrong move, send in the SWAT team.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
You're just going to call in. That is the biggest doubling down and the biggest fucking bluff. That is very unbelievable.
Thank you for bringing that up. Because, again, with so many different things, it's difficult to remember everything. But, again, this guy bluffs all the time. That's why I keep saying that he's full of hot air. He's like a blimp. And he looks that way because of his chubby cheeks. But that should be the reminder at the fact that this guy bluffs all the time. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I've heard that for fucking 5 years. And then, what you just said is perfect. I'm going to be calling the cops. No, it was all bullshit. It was all bullshit. So all this time where you say now, it's coming, you better stop it. You know what you can expect. Absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah. I mean, for a guy who bluffs a lot, he'd be a terrible poker player.
Yep.
Yeah, I can just imagine him. Do you have a 9? You have a 9. I know you have a 9. Don't fucking lie to me.
I could see that happening.
Yes, you do have a 9. I could tell. Oh, only a person that would lie to me would lie. How do you know he's lying, Scunna? Oh, I just know. You're delusional if you don't believe me. And then gets thrown out of the casino and going, ooh, I can just see him fucking wailing his arms and wailing his fucking legs as the guards take him out. And he's going, oh, all of you are done. I'm gonna fucking kill you all. Ooh. Sir, you just threatened to kill us. Now we have authority to arrest you. Fuck you. I won't go to jail. You can't arrest me.
Yep. Yeah, I could see him say that.
And then gets tased again and again and again. What are you doing? No, stop it. No, stop. I'm not allowed to go to prison. That's what would happen. And then once he reaches prison, he gets butt raped, and he'd probably enjoy that.
I tricked you all, man. I wanted to be here.
Exactly, man. This was all a part of my plan.
Yep.
Wait, so you were planning to go to prison anyway? Go to jail? I mean, why didn't you just go piss on a cop car? I mean, that would have just been easier. Instead of having a fucking tantrum in a poker place, in a casino, because you thought some person had the card you didn't have. Seriously? That's a whole situation to break down, and it'd just be like hurting your head because this guy's making up every different scenario and not even keeping track of his lies.
Even as an alcoholic, it was very difficult for him to do so, but and we definitely noticed that and took note of that. Ken's going live at 9:45, so we still have 40 minutes to go, so I got time. I forgot what I was saying, but
well, you're talking about how the alcohol really kind of, slowed that down and made it kind of worse, and just, something like that. It was the alcohol that, made it obvious.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
made
you
it
were-
obvious, but it certainly wasn't the driving factor. Regardless,
Well-
and you see that now, even without the alcohol, Scott's still a fucking psycho. What does that tell you? It never was the alcohol in the first place. He's just always been a psycho.
Yep. I mean, I guess the lack of, affirmation, and therefore he needs to go to a certain place to get it, is just kind of sad, and he's a lonely fuck on the inside.
And that's what
I have a
the
girlfriend.
sister said.
Oh shit, dude! Like, holy fuck, that is too accurate. Then.
Yeah, she
But
called
then
him
again-
literally, to quote, the sad, lonely little boy.
Like, how lonely can you be to try to fucking, rebuttal, even though they're not even rebuttals or close to it, every person in the community, thinking they're talking about you. Meanwhile, they're talking about, like, I don't know, Saddam Hussein. It could be any situation. I say, all these ugly heads reel in. This guy's like, whoa, you're the one talking about it. Ooh. Like, what kind of fucking thing are you saying? I mean, that's true. I mean, he was one of the ugly rear heads. It wasn't hard to spot once Joe was like, yeah, Stunt's contacting me saying I'm done.
Yeah, but
yeah,
but Joe, sorry, I said Ken, but I meant Joe. Freudian slip that happens often. He's constantly let him back on. He's interacted with him. He's done shit knowing what this guy's done to other people in the community, and he's been perfectly fine with it. So there's no way to excuse Joe from what he's done in continuing to associate with Scunty.
Well, he says he's not associated with the guy, but I mean, the guy himself is allegedly a pathological liar, so I'm not gonna go in on Joe because I don't really care to, although he does some dumb shit. But again, though, about Skunt, it's kind of hard to even go even further with it because we know everything there is to know about the guy. So,
Yes, but
I mean, all you have.
Yes, but he still continues to provide us with joy. with watching his demise. He also continues to prove us correct when he threatens us and decides to post it online for us to review. So, you know what? I say let's continue.
Well, I mean, he just admitted that he looks people up and says, "Well, they're
Oh, no,
public."
he's been admitting that for years, dude. In fact, there's 29 minutes before Ken... Well, sorry, not 29 minutes. 35 minutes left for Ken's show to go live. Now, I do have about 8 minutes left in this clip and several clips that follow afterwards. Now, do you want to continue to talk about Scott if you have anything particular that you want to bring up, or do you want to continue listening to I mean, you can easily call back if you want, but you know, I'm considering the limited time that I do have. I want to end just before Ken's show starts so I can just send everyone here on their way there. But I'm more than willing to discuss anything when it comes to what I've talked about so far when it comes to Scunty here, because this guy he attacks everyone. And, like you said, we are going to respond in kind. We're going to address it.
Yeah, you can finish up, and I'll listen in.
All right, thanks, Bullseye, for the call. Again, Skype lines remain open if I say something new that piques your interest or you wish to address, as you know, for everyone else, for that matter. Because, like I said, I opened up the Skype lines, but I do want to try to burn through as much as I can as possible. Because you know Scunty always removes this shit, but also because Ken's going to be going live in 35 minutes and 33 minutes, and well, since I'm constantly stopping my clips, we got to keep that into consideration. So let's continue with this clip.
Trash, man. Not being human, but I expect all you guys to fucking give me money. But show you that I'm a piece of shit, though. What have I done for you lately, though? Just keep on giving me the money. What have I done for you guys? Oh, because I protect all you guys. I protect you. I'm the White Knight. I protect all of you.
That would be more of an Italian mob enforcer than anything else. What's that term? There's a term.
Unbelievable.
Protection money. There we go.
Unbelievable, dude. It is fucking crazy. Crazy.
Am I really going to everyone in the community asking for protection money? I mean, all I do really here is not only say hi to Shid, but, you know, I put up this screen, for example, the beggar screen, which seems to trigger a few people. It is sort of satire on the whole situation. And yes, I certainly enjoy and appreciate, and I'm grateful for donations. But this also gives me pleasure, gives the audience pleasure, and gives you pain. Because it gives you this frustration. Because not only it's reminding you that I'm asking for donations, but that people are giving them. And I'm using a satirical photo of begging for money, because, you know, again, we have to satirize things. And that just makes it even worse for you. Now, if you want to talk about triggered, that alone. I mean, shit, we already know. I've got the screenshots and everything. Like, this guy got so mad. So mad. At simply this screen alone. And then the high shit. And then everyone starting to use the high shit, which just made me, you know, tickled my cockles. And that's not the appropriate phrase, but I like that better because I like my cockles tickled. And yeah, it just reminds him every time, no matter where he goes, a channel that he wants to troll. You got Nicky J with his farming stream. Hi, Shid, hi. You got Drew on his show. Hi, Shid, hi. You got Bullseye. Hi, Shid, hi. Look, there's nowhere you can't go where my phrases have not been adopted. And they're beautiful. And I give them out like open source software where everyone can use it for their own means. And more often than not, the pleasure I take is from your pain. I've already explained this. So whether it be Shid, whether it be Scott, or whether it be anybody else for that matter, that's where I take and derive my pleasure from, my friends. Because you, as demons, deserve it. And I, as an avenging angel, as I now need to admit, because I am thousands of years old, but you push me to it. Call me a liar, I'll prove myself right, and you wrong, as we've seen in the past. And you shall see justice. So, here we go.
Shit. Do you know what outsiders are thinking when they look in on this community and look at this stuff?
I couldn't give a flying fuck. Who cares about outsiders? Who cares? What do they matter?
Do you guys really understand? I bet you don't, because you don't have communication with people.
Yous don't have. You want to criticize my pronunciation, and instead of saying you all, which would be appropriate in English, no, yous. Fucking East Coast white trash, fish-faced fuck.
On the outside who are aware of this community, do you? I do. Do you know what police think of this community? Do you know? I do.
You know? I doubt that you do. But again, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Oh my. TikTok.
Is that some sort of threat? A TikTok, like as in the clock, whose time is winding down, as you said to me, the Scanty? I said play. It's still playing, he's just not doing shit. Motherfucker.
By the way, my apologies, Nikki J. After my plug, I thought I'd help you, but, well, this is what happened the next day on
Oh, yeah, there we go. So I talked about this earlier.
that Grand Sunday, the new place to go, the new hot show, as Drew called it. Well, take a look.
Yeah, he's showing a video. Hold on. I'll show you guys so that you can see. I'm not going to be a scanty here. And you can see this. Oh, look at that. 0 viewers. Well, you're viewing. Fuckface. But we had about 8 people, I believe, on the on the Discord that day. So, yeah. Thanks for coming out. Oh my god, look at that. 0 people. Nikki J, 0 people. 0 people, except for me, who's watching your video obsessively. Do you not see the irony in this, Skunty? Do you not see the irony? Oh, nobody's watching you. I'm going to highlight that nobody's watching you because I'm so obsessed. Because I'm the only one here. That literally should be what's going through your mind. Obviously not, because you're a fucking moron. But that's exactly what a logical mind with critical thinking would go through. And again, yeah, I said afternoon, and then what did I do? Let's jump into the Discord. So I jumped into the Discord. I don't know if they were featuring a MLB game that day, or if there was a pay-per-view or something, but quite often than not, Nicky and his crew do stream legally videos of games and pay-per-views and all that sort of thing. And, wrestling events like Rampage, AEW Rampage, so forth. And we hang out there and we watch and we talk and it's cool. So, yeah, Nicky's playing his game. But I'm doing my shit. And Shaft's doing his shit. Fucking Ryan's doing his shit. Travis doing his shit. You're pathetic. You're pathetic, you fucking shit. You're pathetic. Oh my god, 0 viewers, Nikki.
Response from the server, from the whoever, is, how would you like it done?
I'm talking about burgers here. Again, I always like to talk about food with people of like mind, and Nikki knows his food. I'm talking about food here. He's obsessed. So again, he's not mentioning the fact of how many people are actually in the Discord. He's just saying, oh, well, 0 viewers, but literally I'm talking to Nikki and there's other people there too, so.
You never get that shit, or hardly ever, from what I know.
0 viewers, but
And-
okay, I have 0 viewers, and yet I'm on the stream. Do you want to address that there, Skunty?
And more often than not, these things are fucking... Nobody knows how to fucking cook a proper burger.
And that is factually correct, Past Dave.
Burgers are supposed to be fucking juicy.
Ouch. Shit.
What's ouch? Oh, you got 0 viewers. You got 8 people on your Discord. You're having fun there, talking all sorts of shit, from fucking burgers to politics to everything in between. But if you're streaming and you don't get many viewers, ouch. How many viewers do you get, Skunt? You don't... Actually, that's right. You don't really do live videos, do you? Because they'd probably be in the negative. So, again, if you want to be disingenuous, be disingenuous. But it's going to be exposed. Well, let's continue.
Sorry. Such a fun, chill afternoon stream.
Absolutely was.
Well, it could have been good.
Oh, it could have been good. What do you mean? You just made fun at the fact that it had 1 viewer. Or 0 viewers. You just made fun of that. It could have been good. But, what do we got here?
If, well, your pal that was on the show with you didn't...
Me.
Decide to go live with his own gaming stream.
Literally, I told the guys, hey guys, I'm feeling Kerbals. Oh, that's great, Dave, man. That's great. Maybe I'll tune in. That's great. Okay, cool, man. Talk to you guys later. Okay, Dave, see you later. That's literally how it went. And I played my Kerbals. To allow us to put ourselves into position to our maneuvering. So, yeah, I got 1 viewer right there. There are people coming in and out of the video. But, again, first of all, I'm talking science, which you could never do. I could talk law, which you could never do as well. And, great replay value as well. So, nothing's, again, I'm not you, not a pussy. So, I don't remove these videos. So, anybody can go back and watch them. They'll learn a lot when it comes to science if they're not aware about orbital dynamics and so forth. And I think they might enjoy themselves. I don't know. But, yeah, okay, I got 1 viewer. Today I got 1 viewer, then I got 5, then I got 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 5. Does it really matter? Is that what defines your idea of value? Maybe you might want to check into replay value, because that alone certainly can, sort of disprove your point. But so you're going to say, oh, you can't create your own content. I create my own content where it's obviously quite niche market, where not everyone's going to want to hear about my take on science and rocketry and so forth, and then that's a bad thing. See, he's trying to set up a Kobayashi Maru, a fucking catch-22 situation where, you can't win. Well, see, the thing is, I don't subscribe to that. Okay? I don't believe in no-win scenarios. And the fact is, I've disproved you with everything I do, Skunty. I also remind you that it's only a matter of time. So you want to TikTok me? I'll TikTok you, bitch. I'll TikTok you. I'm going to find exactly where you are. again, just like I did the 2 times before. But this time, I'm running solo. I'm not going to even ask Tiff for her help. I'm sure that she could definitely assist me very well. She's extremely talented, and I'll leave it at that. But maybe this time, because I'm taking my time and all that, I'll take my time. And like the anticipation that you had before, with bated breath. You'll have to wait until I decide to show this information. Obviously, I'm not a doxer, as we know this. Won't reveal this information publicly, but I certainly will provide it to those privately that I know are cowards and pussies that will give it to you. Well, sorry, send you the information. I'm sure that they would give it to you too, being the degenerates that they are. But that will also remind you that there's nothing beyond my reach. I might have a lazy eye, but it's an all-seeing lazy eye. Let's continue. But we do have to keep our eye on the amount of fuel that we are using, and we don't really have that much. So, Scunty, do you dare ever speak about space? I mean, are you that capable? Because I could talk space. I love space. Do you like space? I like space. Didn't talk about space? I doubt it. So we have to be a little careful.
No, that's not it either. Huh. I'm stumped.
It's not difficult to do.
0 to 1 viewers on both gaming streams.
I could also just not air live and play the game, and nobody would know, and it wouldn't fucking matter now, would it? You're reviewing this, so clearly it matters just enough now, doesn't it, Scunty? Gotcha, bitch!
I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I tried. Could it be possible that
Literally, this guy says that his videos prompt me to make videos of him. Obviously false. But we can walk through that. We can go through his premise, accept it as valid, although it's not. Even if we do. I make a fucking game on fucking Kerbals. Literally space. Okay? And he goes and he comments on it. Scunty, you have betrayed yourself yet again. You've shown that even if I do my own thing, you can't let go. Do you want to... Maybe this would be easier for your dumb ass. But, you say, oh, don't talk about me, I won't talk about you. Do you want to make a contract up like, okay, don't talk about me for 6 months, man. And I'll never talk about you again, but you can't talk about me, man. That might be possible, but even when I don't talk about you, like I told you, Kobayashi Maru. It doesn't matter whether you don't talk about it. I do my own fucking space stream. Fucking trying to land a, $1 billion, I'm just, making this up here, craft onto the fucking moon, and failed, 2 times in a row. Finally got it done today. Check that stream out. Great replay value. But even when I don't talk about Scunty, he's still talking about me. Dude, you're obsessed. You're a psychopath. You're schizophrenic, probably. And, well, also it's very questionable why people like Travis TLC would even associate with you with writing your chat, but it goes to show a very weak emotional state where he can't stand that he, I guess, was put in his place. And, decides to associate again with the guy that he was fucking constantly calling out, disproving, and showing how much of a liar he was by showing what accounts he was using, fake accounts, to try to, convince people it wasn't him. Now that's sad. And like I said earlier, I would love to hear what Ken has to say about this, because I think it's a sad state. For one, it really reveals where Travis really stands. How anyone could support Travis at this point is beyond me. But more importantly, it should be a great reminder that, yeah, I was correct. And Chi-Com's going to Chi-Com. Simple as that. So what does Chubbs here, Chubbs McChipmunk, have to say? I think that's what we're going to call him from now on. Chubbs McChipmunk. And I do apologize because I think I had him up on air way too long. It is quite insulting to the eyes. Thankfully, we have only 14 minutes left before Ken is live. So perhaps he'll bring some comedy to us here tonight so we can forget this absolute disgusting mess that is known as Scunty McFuckface. Let's continue.
The audience that you guys have captivated only like drama?
That I've captivated. So I went out and got these people. It's not that they gravitated to me. It's not that they got disenfranchised or disgusted by somebody else and then they said, hey, I like Dave better. And they came to me. No. It's brain control, man. Brain control.
Is that a possibility, or oh no, Casey's a gamer too. He's just a victim. He's just another victim that hates drama, but was there for every power trip and drama diner. And
actually,
in the chat,
Casey was not anywhere close to the early drama diners. That's for damn sure.
Excitedly saying, "Are we doing drama on somebody today?" Is it possible that these people...
Is it possible that people like what I do? Oh, yeah, I think so.
People in the chat who just talk about drama diner while Dave's gaming are the problem with... Or no, is it affirmation and attention seeking that's the problem?
Stop using the words that I've presented to you, faggot. We all know that you're projecting here, and that's a fact.
Because they care about viewers.
I certainly don't give a fuck. You highlighted that earlier. I had one viewer, apparently, and that was you. Remember, that was you. And I didn't give a fuck because you literally heard me. I was talking like I was on fucking, university, seminar. Just fucking going on about science and all that sort of stuff. The nerdish shit. Not giving a flying fuck. And, again, you be the only one watching and obsessed with those numbers, but that one person that was watching was you. Let's continue. I love how you're so inept and unaware of the irony that you're currently presenting. It is delicious, though. Absolutely fucking delicious. It's like a coffee crisp, a nice light snack. Now, Canadians will understand that. Americans won't. If you ever have a chance to get a hold of a coffee crisp, I urge you to do so, Yankees, because it is one of the greatest snacks ever created in Canada. It's a candy bar.
Figured out. I don't know.
See, that's how awesome I am. I can go from fucking politics to space to drama to candy bars. Truly, a king amongst men. Let's continue.
Is it the money? Is it the viewerships? Is it the audience?
The viewerships.
Is anybody capable of actually moving?
Actually, I want to play this clip. We got to play this clip.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants. Let me raise this. This is what I want to do. This is what I dreamed into reality. Oh, that looks good.
That's right, Scunty. That's what I dreamed into reality. I broke you. I am the champ. The real world champion. You know that. Everyone fucking knows that. Just because I got screwed over by the jar don't mean shit. And again, I don't whisper my promos. We know who the man is. And to be the man, you gotta beat the man. So I got nothing to fucking apologize for. I am correct, and you all know it. Especially you, Scotty.
Moving on. Is anybody capable of walking away from drama?
Apparently you're not. But meanwhile, I do a great job, wheeling and dealing. And hey, man, the pusher man, he gets the job done. And hey, if I got customers, I'm going to be dealing that fucking drama. So can't blame me, baby. There's a demand,
Is anybody capable of doing their own thing? And
Not you. Now, I did prove that I was because I sailed away for a full year. Okay. Something that still nobody has done yet. So, anybody that wants to talk shit, go away for a year, don't say a goddamn thing, regardless of what's being said about you, and then come talk to A, your first drama emperor, B, the longest reigning FMN champion in history, C, the 12-time sail away champion. Okay, I got all these accolades. And professional pariah, all around asshole. I could talk for hours. I told you this earlier. I could talk for hours about my accolades. But we're not going to do that. Just know this, to those certain few that criticize me. I'm better than you, and you know it.
showcasing their own talents continuously and just ignoring the audience and maybe build.
My talents are in talking about space dynamics and orbital mechanics, man. And I get one viewer, apparently. Oh my God, look at that, Dave. And yet I'm still good at that. And I'm not an expert. This is just a hobby of mine. Now, if I'm good at that as a hobby, imagine if I went into that professionally. Of course you couldn't. Dude, you're blue collar, fucking white trash, redneck shit. Okay? And, well, actually, you know what? Forget that. You're just white trash. Simple as that. Rednecks, I'm cool with them. White, blue collar, I'm cool with them. But, hillbillies, I'm cool with them. But not you, white trash. Not you, you chipmunk fuck. You're a joke. You're garbage. I'm going to frame your obituary. I will outlive you. And I can assure you that people will rejoice. Literally, rejoice. Once you finally expire from this planet. It really is as simple as that. There's no better way to explain exactly that. Let's continue.
A new audience.
Also, we got 7 minutes till Ken goes live.
How about that? Maybe build a new demographic.
You can find the link in the chat if you scroll up slightly.
Of not troll victim minions.
This is what I said. Instead of trying to change this community and expel everybody, and literally just be left with one person in the community, just start your own fucking thing. Just leave, start your own one. People will gravitate to you if you have value, as they've gravitated to me when I've sailed away multiple times. That defines somebody of value. And, you can start your own narrative and start your own army and do your own thing and, then, it's all good. But you can't do that, can you? Why? Because no one takes you serious no more. You're a joke. You're literally a fucking clown. You might as well paint that nose more red than it is, because I don't know if you're still drinking or if it's just an effect of all the drinking that you've done, but literally that big schnoz of a clown nose is looking quite red. So, I don't know. I'd say paint, over it. Make it look less natural. I don't know. But honk honk, let's continue.
That love drama and love to watch people get harassed and defamed.
Harassed and defamed. Well, yes, that people do enjoy watching drama, but they also do enjoy watching an individual like you be called out for the crimes that you've committed.
Because they're insecure about their lives. Is that
They're insecure about their lives. You're projecting again there, buddy. You're literally projecting again.
possibility? Holy fuck, man. I'm getting chubby just thinking about.
There's the line that I use.
The normality and the excitement of actually.
I don't know if we can do this. Ken's show goes live in 4 minutes.
Being a good person and building a good demographic of people. Wow. How about that? Wouldn't that
1.4 million views, bitch. How about that?
be something? Well, proof in the pudding again, I guess, here today, folks.
Come on, Chubbs. What else you got? What else you got?
And Dave keeps bringing up, oh, Scott, you're in danger of the anti-Melky crew and the Melky crew. And, dude, do you know the fucking hell and high water I went through with all of that shit?
Don't care.
Already. And I'm happy for Melky. Melky was under the impression that I was doing all these things. I wasn't, because of trolls framing me in this community. Did we have our arguments and fights? Yes, because Melky was very, very... delusional about everything, so we had our fights. He threatened me, I went back at him, but I'm over that shit. I let that go. I'm happy. If Malky's sober and happy and off this YouTube shit, how can you not be happy for him, right? I'm sure the guy learned his lesson, paid.
But I hate Ken Mon, and I hate Dave Mon, and I hate everyone Mon. I hate it all Mon.
His price, like everybody in this life. You do something, you fuck up, you take accountability, you move on. But you guys hate that stuff. You don't like that. You want...
Oh, Chekham Charlie is in Ken's chat. It's a lot of K's and chiches. But yeah, Travis there. He's got his little clock between two... they're not pagodas. I can't remember what they're called. But they're Japanese, which is comical because he's, associated with Chinese. But TikTok. Okay, Chekham. Let's continue.
Want to keep people down. You want to see people hurting, destroyed, and killed. That's the problem.
No, actually that'd be factually incorrect, but doesn't mean I can't take pleasure from once you finally expire. There's nothing morally wrong from that, and nobody else should think that way either.
Here. And with that whole fucking shit too, all the trolling, all the bullshit that happened because of this community, and Vikings was accused of being a part of it, and Simo was accused, and
Simo was involved in quite some stuff.
There was all kinds of suspects. YR, and Old Man Davey, and the Crows, and Marvin. I mean, there was suspects.
Well, in your mind, you were blaming somebody new every fucking day, basically. It came to a point, guys, when we were in drama club, whether it be me with others or just me alone with him, like, he was constantly like, who do you think this person is? Like, oh my God, like, it's gotta be this, it's gotta be that. It was so tiresome.
All over the place from this community. And when the sheep got Tinkerbell to say all that stuff, she's the one, and I got all those statements too.
That's the trans person there from Nova Scotia, which then made a video saying that Scott was an Omegle grooming young girls, and certainly made a big issue about it to the point where Scott even reviewed it. But yeah, that's one person he started shit with, which apparently didn't realize that they can throw shit back and have support from these groups that he claimed that he's cool with. So
I got everything, bro. Like, everything I need. That's why everybody's always threatening to kill me, because they know.
Everything you want, everything you need, you got it, baby. Anyone know Roy Orbison? Let's continue.
Know that the truth is where I have it. And they can't
do it, man.
So they want to kill me. Oh, we can't go to the police now. We just got to kill the guy.
Shut the fuck up.
She's the one that said that he was accused of being a fucking dealer himself. So I got Dave Rose's conversation about me and him having this conversation 2 years ago, whatever it was, too. And he saw this next photo I'm going to show you. And then he called when I said, oh, this person from this community, obviously. They're all cockroaches. Vikings was included in that. You know it, I know it, Dave.
Right. Come
I
on,
also got
Chubbs.
you
Let's
saying
go.
where,
Pick up the pace.
these people
Wesley,
keep incriminating themselves.
2.0
you said this about
speed.
this person,
Engage.
that they keep
Can't
incriminating
wait anymore
themselves
for this crap.
with the shit that they were doing to me. Now you're saying, oh, isn't it funny how that tranny fucking called you a fucking pedo? It's not worse. We're trying to help people online because you were fucking drunk with a dickhead hat on and they had to paint their own fucking weird sick narrative on it. Yeah, right. I'm telling you, people, it's deflection and projection from the actual creepos out there. And I'm not the one who's making the false allegations. Again, people that told that person to troll me with that shit, that person videotaping is the one who said that person was accused of diddling little girls.
Right.
It's all documented, bro. I have everything. Everything.
God
So ain't it
damn
funny
it,
how things all
you're
work out?
so
Who's
boring.
projecting onto me with their bullshit and what they're guilty of? Ain't it funny how that keeps happening? Truth is truth, folks. I don't care how much you don't like it. I'm defending myself.
I don't care. I don't know what the fuck. But okay, so Ken's live right now, so I'm ending the show. I'll be over there checking it out. Hopefully Mello's not there. So yeah, check it out. Hope you enjoyed today's show. There's much more, obviously, that we could cover, but yeah, if we're gonna do so, we're gonna do so next time. I am Devious Dave Rose, and I shall see you next time.